So I just sent us live. Let's see if it's actually working in the right place.
Yep.
Oh, beautiful. All right. See you in a few. All right. Should we get the countdown started? Oh, God. Wait a second. Sorry. Should we get the countdown started?
Anytime you're ready. We're faded.
Welcome to the Zoom Test Kitchen where the magic happens live. Every Friday we're on air, testing tech to thrive. From screen share to breakout rooms, we push Zoom to its max. So sit back, relax, and let's see what's in our tech hacks. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. We'll dive into the settings, explore every single tab. Make sure your mic is clear, your camera not a drab. We'll show you how to host like a pro, manage like a king. With Zoom Test Kitchen, you'll be zooming with a zing. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. Whether you're new to Zoom or an expert in disguise, we've got tips and tricks. We'll open up your eyes. From polls to quizzes, we test functionalities. Join us live, see what Zoom does with ease. So if your meetings lag, or you can't share your screen, or if your audio echoes like you're stuck in between, we've got solutions, we'll show you how it's done. Zoom Test Kitchen, where Zoom fun has begun. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. So tune in, don't miss out on this tech fest we lead. Every Friday, Zoom Test Kitchen, where you'll succeed. We'll make your Zoom meeting smooth, keep the tech in check. In the Zoom Test Kitchen, we've got your back, no wreck. So tune in, don't miss out on this tech fest we lead. Every Friday, Zoom Test Kitchen, where you'll succeed. We'll make your Zoom meeting smooth, keep the tech in check. In the Zoom Test Kitchen, we've got your back, no wreck. These lyrics capture the essence of what the Zoom Test Kitchen does, focusing on testing and teaching about Zoom functionalities in a fun, engaging way. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. We've got your back, no wreck. We've got your back, no wreck. These lyrics capture the essence of what the Zoom Test Kitchen does, focusing on testing and teaching about Zoom functionalities in a fun, engaging way.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Wait, I have to get my thing. I have to change this and done. Nothing is working for me today. Literally every button I've pressed has broken something. So I apologize in advance for whatever's going to happen on this show today. But
that
I
was
welcome
me
you.
yesterday.
That was you yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two internets went down. Audio went down for 40 minutes. Zoom glitched out. Today's a new day.
Today's a new day. I have no AC. I have zero air conditioning. I'm so hot. I can't breathe, but I'm happy to be here with all of you. Hey, Mike.
Hello, David.
How you doing?
Doing all right.
Pretty good. Good.
Yeah.
Have you played
Everybody's
with
loving
it?
the fact that we're up early, by the way. I just wanted to let you know we're getting lots of compliments on YouTube already that we started early.
Well, that's fantastic. I'll tell you
There
the
you go.
reason why is because why is this not connecting now? God.
Here we go.
No, I'm trying to join the meeting and none of the information's in here. Because again, the live streaming app decided not to work. And so
Yes, Mr. Robert from Poland tells us, quote unquote, 1080p and nice and clear is what he's telling us.
woo, love it. And there's that's me again. Oh, I forgot to rename my name. Hey, let's go around. Let's say hi. Hi, Admin MediLearn. How you doing, Hasmuk?
Oh gosh, I better change that, right? I'm doing well, thanks.
Good to see you. Mr. Libman, how are you, sir?
Super fantastic now that yesterday is over.
Super fantastic. So I want to hear what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the intros? You want to go through, do the intros first?
All right, we'll do the intros first. Frank, how are you, sir? Frank is back. Oh, see, now my day can continue because Frank is back in his regular spot. All is well in the world.
Sure.
It was very weird seeing you in different places. Very weird.
Oh, well. Good.
Really good to see you, though. Hello, Ms. Richter.
Hello there, David.
How are you?
To show you my lovely shirt. This is I do the Davis Garden Show with Don Shore, and one of our listeners took one of our phrases, which is check daily water as needed, and she made shirts for us. Isn't that
I love that. That's really nice.
cool? Such a nice thing for someone to do. So I hope you have a better day, Stephen, today than tomorrow.
Absolutely. Then yesterday, absolutely. John Drinkwater. Now that does not look like a virtual background to me.
It is not. It actually moves.
Real things.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Well, we have a hot spell coming, which is really rare considering we have a holiday weekend like you guys. So I've been building children's paddling pools, and I've been moving all my garden pots into children's paddling pools so they
And
can
where
get a
are
good drink.
you? Where are you, John?
I'm just here.
No, where is here?
West of England.
Okay.
Very nice. Very nice. But did I miss anyone? Stephen, John,
David, you missed David.
I missed
Aspen.
David.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm David. I'm here. I'm here like 4 times actually in this meeting now that I'm looking at it. Okay, so Stephen, what happened yesterday? Did you press all the wrong buttons?
No, I didn't. Okay, let me start at the beginning. It's really simple. First of all, my internet crapped out, but I have 2 internets. So I have two ISPs, and I thought they were both connected, and I found out, oh, they weren't both connected. So when I went and I checked my little box on my desk, it's like, oh, green light, that's fine. And then turns out that when I went to my network settings, I had a yellow light, which I either get green or I get red. So yellow just threw me for a loop. Like red, okay, where's it not coming? Long story short, I was 20 minutes from go time, so I just didn't have time to troubleshoot. So I went to the basement to the inner sanctum. I yanked out every power plug, and I just waited, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, plugged them back in. I think something got jammed up in my router, not my router, my switch. And because all my lights were yellow inside my switch. Again, I don't know what half of that stuff means. I just know that green is bueno and anything not green is no bueno. And so and when in doubt, unplug the TV and plug it back in before you call the TV repairman is my, back in the day thing. So that got me up and running. I don't know what caused the kerfuffle inside the switch every now and again, but it did remind me that, it's probably not a bad idea every so often to go back and just literally not just reboot your desk, but like reboot your whole system, everything that's coming in from your point of entry to your house. So I put that on my list of important show pre-stuff. Then everything was fine. And I did that show. I had another show coming up, and all of a sudden I lost my audio. But what was really weird was Zoom was showing my audio, like my microphone is showing now, and nobody was hearing me. Okay, fine. I've had that before. And then, but at the same time, I couldn't hear anybody, but my audio, my speakers were all set correctly. Nothing was wrong. And so I just like, okay, BRB. And I had my co-host just, do a little song and dance for a few minutes. And then I just went into my login items, and lo and behold, I forgot that I had forgotten to, when I rebooted everything, the Elgato Wavelink app relaunched. And I don't know, I have the Elgato Wavelink app, but I don't have any Elgato mics. So I was playing around with that at another time and space, and didn't realize that it was in my login items on my Mac, right? So that it auto logged in, but it didn't see anywhere. So I killed the process, rebooted, restarted, and that got me back into the real world. But lastly, I have been lately oddly booted out of Zooms and come back in. I don't know if there's been any known Zoom issues in the last week. It hasn't happened in several days, and I do have those error reports. So I don't know if that's, may as well just ask if there was a known thing in the Zoom universe or the Zoomiverse. But it seems everything seems to be back to normal. So I don't know. There you go. That's kind of the good part. Oh, and by the way, John, my daughter's heading over the pond from Montreal next week, and she will be all over the UK. So not that you'll bump into her, because I understand there's a few people that live in the UK, but just mention.
So, Stephen, this is what I know, is that there was major outages yesterday.
Oh,
now, in affecting North America on certain Zoom related items. And one of them happened to be live streaming from Zoom. Did John and I get bit on that? No. That was yesterday, John, right? When we saw all those outages? Yeah. So suggestion would be to go to, and Frank and I have talked about this on other Zoom Test Kitchens, is to go to zoomstatus.com. Frank, that's the domain name, right? I think. Yeah, everybody's agreeing with me. Good. Yeah, zoomstatus.com. At any time, if you think that it's not you and you think it's Zoom, check there. Because there might be something going on, Zoom phone related, Zoom, all the different Zoom products are listed there. If there's any potential outage at Zoom, at least you now know it's not you, right? It's not your equipment. It's not you being able not to connect. It's them, right? The other thing that I would suggest, because you're my co-partner in crime here, so we got me in Toronto, you got Frank in Ottawa, and you're based out in, you're in Quebec, or you're in Ontario?
yeah, Montreal, close enough.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, close enough. Well, Frank, no laughing. So we're all in the midst of each other. So basically, Toronto, Ottawa has, we're all the halfway points. If we want to go to Montreal, we got to go through Ottawa and go visit Frank. So long story short, there is that, are you going to New York when you connect? And I would double check that in your stats, or are you actually going to a Canadian data center? Because if you were going to an American data center, then chances are you might have been affected. But if you were actually going to the Canadian one, then you might not have been.
So just being the novice that I am, but always interested, how do I actually check what I'm connected to?
Yeah, and I'll ask for Mr. Paskin's assistance on this, sir, to show the statistics in settings of the Zoom app, workplace app.
In the workplace app. Okay.
Yeah.
So bada bing, bada boom. Oh, that didn't bada boom. See, my bada bing didn't bada boom.
That's okay. I bada boomed you.
Thank you. So if you click on your profile picture in the top right, and click on settings, that will take you here. And this is where you'll get, there are sort of three settings places. There's in-meeting settings, there's workplace app settings, and then there's backend settings. These are the workplace app settings. And my understanding is that all of the in-meeting settings also live here, but not all the settings here live in meeting settings.
Right.
It's a little bit like a square and a rectangle. Yeah.
Right. And the ones that I'm talking about is in statistics towards the bottom there.
Right there. Kaboom.
And you'll see right now that David's this one is not connected, or he would actually have data center. So the data
Correct.
center information is what you're looking for.
Okay, so down toward the bottom, that's where it is. Okay, so just in statistics, then under data center, it'll tell me, and it'll say what, like New York or somewhere in Canada, that type of thing.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Sorry,
is there a
I'll-
way? Is there a way to change that? Is there like, is there a way for me to say I want to stay in Canada or I want to go to the States?
No. No.
You can change your socks and cross your legs and try.
I heard that works. Yeah, you have to click
Here's,
your heels together. I heard the
Here's where I'm actually in a session. So you are connected to Zoom Global Network via data centers in the United States, IAD.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so again-
that's
Yeah.
where-
So
that's Houston.
that's correct. In the brackets, that's correct. So in brackets is the actual data center, and it's based on, if everybody's familiar with flights. So on your actual flight ticket, you actually have the airport, 3 letters. That's what that's based on.
Well, good for me, because I was 27 years in the travel industry and I could probably name you every 3-letter and 4-letter code. I could even tell you why Canada has all Y's instead of C's as the beginning letter. But also interesting, not that I would go overboard and do this, but if I came in as a VPN and my VPN was, let's say, connected to a different country, would Zoom automatically put me to the closest server to what it sees my VPN as?
It will be the closest server or the closest server that's not overloaded.
Okay. Great. All right.
Oh, and there's one other little comment about that, Stephen. Further up in that box, there's this thing that says network type. So if you do have multiple internet connections, you can always check from that to see which network type you're connected by. So at the moment, I'm connected by Wi-Fi, which reminds me I haven't plugged my network cable into this machine.
And I do get that every now and again where I have both hardwire and I actually have 2 hardwires and 2 Wi-Fis that are plus hotspot. But it's interesting that you mentioned that, because I never looked there before to see. Usually I go into my regular network settings to see what I'm actually connected as.
Yep.
And usually my Wi-Fi is more than strong enough, but I do like to hardline whenever I'm hosting. If I'm just attending, I don't care.
And computers are fickle things, and sometimes you've got both plugged in and it's using the wrong one, and you don't know why it's using Wi-Fi instead of network, but maybe it saw a bad packet and it decided to change teams and it's now using a Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So it is useful to have a check to see what's going on there.
Yeah. So definitely be careful with that too, Stephen. If you have them both connected, that could also cause you issues during Zoom as well, because it doesn't know where to send the traffic. So don't confuse the computer if you're running a PC.
Right. No, normally I have it set that I run them through Speedify. But so normally the way I understand I have it set up, I guess I should always check to see if it's right, is that it's sort of the fail safe that runs on my main network. And then if that network drops, it'll automatically pick up in succession, if I understand that correctly.
Right. But again, here's the other problem. Now you're relying on Speedify not going down.
True.
because in theory, Speedify could have went down and caused you your outage, not your internet service provider.
Yeah, so it's a perfect world, right? I mean, we live in, that's what you're saying. This should always work no matter what, and there's only one mistake ever that could happen. So
depending on now again, I'm going to talk from the ISP world because I used to be there. Unless you're getting some hefties and 9s, which I'm talking about 3 9, 4 9s, and 5 9s from Speedify, would I rely on Speedify? No.
Gotcha.
So you're potentially living dangerously on Speedify because of the fact that now you're making basically a VPN connection between your house and their local server. And I'm hoping it's local in Montreal, because if it's not, that's bad. So that's bad number one, because they should have data. Montreal is one of the major hops. That's why I want to make sure you're actually hitting in Montreal. Just like Frank, we're in Toronto. Toronto's one, Ottawa one, and Montreal's one. Those are our main 3 hops on the east coast of Canada. If you're not hitting one of those data centers for Zoom or any of your other products that you buy, you're living dangerously. because you're going into the States, and chances are from Montreal, you're going down to New York automatically. That's where the backbone goes. So don't live dangerously is what I'm telling you. But if you do have flaky internet, then absolutely. And again, be careful too that it's not flaky Wi-Fi, but it's actually flaky internet. That's different too.
Yep. As a matter of fact, that's why I did upgrade to fiber last year, was because my cable was getting really flaky, and it couldn't go faster than 50 on the way up, which was, and they still can't go faster than 50. So fiber, I think I'm like 3 gig up and down. So, and it's pretty stable. But you're right. I mean, everybody talks about the same things. But one thing I will say is that as soon as you got something figured out, something else breaks, and then you got to learn all over again. So
yeah, you
Question,
got to keep
Mike.
on it. You got to keep on it.
Question,
Lois.
Mike.
Mhm.
Would the statistics in your settings tell you which of those multitudes of connections he's got? Would it tell him whether it was something, would it say it's in Speedify, or would it say which one Speedify is using, or would it say any of that?
Good question. Good question. So what it will tell, so what Zoom knows is that if you're wired or wireless, it won't know anything about the Speedify connection that Steven's got connected. And again, I don't know where Steven's doing the actual Speedify, but I'm hoping he's doing it at a router level, not at a PC level, because that could be another problem too. The router to his house, the main router in his house. But again, so to answer your question, you should be able to tell in the statistics if you are wired or wireless, because there is, and that is near where it says, you'll see it right underneath where it has bandwidth. Then the next one right underneath that, it says network type. Now, there is a third one right underneath that that is also important, which is called proxy. Now, I won't get into that too much, but it is best if you have it blank, or as I have it right now, 2 dashes, meaning that you're not using a proxy. I won't get into that because that it's its own show itself on the networking side. So, but to answer your question, Speedify, no. As far as the Zoom is concerned, it's looking at the actual physical connection, being at either the Ethernet port or the Wi-Fi port on your machine. And I'll keep it that simple.
And I did check, it is Montreal, but I don't think, when you said that, is it router based or is it computer based? I only would believe it's computer based, unless when you say router based, what do you mean? As compared to computer?
I know, yeah, I know Speedify actually has worked with a couple of companies that in their actual router software itself, you could actually launch Speedify for your whole network in the house.
Gotcha. Okay. No, I do not have that. Okay. Thank you. By the way, I just wanted to share a quirky thing yesterday, and now you're giving me a stressful weekend. Thank you.
Well, that's what weekends are for. I know it's not our long weekend, but that was, it's our American friends and our friends in the UK that have it this weekend, the long weekend. But
exactly.
Cool.
Thank you, guys.
No problem. Back to you, Mr. Paskett.
I have a question.
Sure.
Can you spotlight me real quick?
I can do that because your thingamabob is not doing a thingy. Yeah,
No, it's not. So, and I'm finding out why. So my ISO module is not connecting to Companion. And when I hover over the version 4.5.1, it says 4.11 is available. And I see that if I go into modules and I go to OSC, you can see that version 4.11 is it, but I have no idea how to update it. Or why.
All right, we're going to teach everybody. We're going to do a quick little tutorial today on BitFocus Companion and how we update modules. Cool. So, David, go into the modules section there.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you'll see. So make sure that your last updated 3 minutes ago. So you do have the latest ones. Yeah. So so find Zoom OSC, click on it. There you go. So refresh that. So again, 4.11. Now let's see if you actually, yeah. Is that right now? What version did you say you have installed?
It says it's showing 4.5.1.
Oh my. Yeah, that might explain why you're not able to connect to the system anymore. Okay. Go back to that again.
Like, should I maybe delete this and then re-add it?
No,
I don't
because
wanna-
then your config and everything else goes away too.
Yeah.
Oh, go back there. Go back there. You actually had it. Go back to where you just were. Yeah, click on it again. The Zoom OAC. Yeah, there you go. See update policy.
No.
Update policy. It's the fourth one down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, click on that. Yeah, so you can go stable or beta. So right now is 4.11. Is that a beta or is that actually launched as an updated version?
Oh.
Okay. All right. Oh, I'm trying to remember myself where that is. I don't want you to break yours here. Oh, it looks like I'm actually one version behind too. I should be 4.3.3. Asma, do not update to 4.3.3 unless you got things working. Asma is probably gonna laugh at me because I'm not saying that right now. Though.
No, so I just updated BitFocus. Where is it? Show hide window.
Yeah, what version are you right now? You're
Yeah, I-
4.3.3.
I
Okay.
just updated it.
Yeah, it says it actually, David, just underneath where you are showing your head. It's
Yeah.
actually showing there at the bottom there.
Where's it? Hold on. Let me delete my head. What
See
is
it
this?
there?
Oh yeah, I knew that. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me just make sure that.
But I see, it's so frustrating. I see nowhere to. So this is the module. This is Zoom ISO and OSC that we need to update, not companion. It's the module, but for some reason the module isn't. If I delete the module, I'm not going to lose all my buttons, am I?
Could
Why don't
I would
do
just
that?
I would just actually turn. There is the disable. I would
Yeah,
disable.
I've done that.
Okay.
Yeah. Toggled that off and on.
Yeah. Yeah. So go back to that where it hovered there that told you to update, David.
Yeah.
Click on there. Does it actually allow you to click or no? When that's enabled, then save. Okay.
Connection cannot be edited while it's just field symbol cannot be edited. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just trying to.
Wait a second.
Did you
Wait a
find it?
second.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Now save. There you go. Now
Oh,
you're
there's nothing
green.
to save. Oh, look at that. Boy.
Yeah.
And
Now hold
now-
on. Yeah. Now you probably want to do Zoom tiles. So whatever you just did there, also update your Zoom tiles too.
Yeah. All right. So what did I do? So you turn this off. Oh no.
Yeah.
No, this is interesting. Look at
Yeah. Click on the.
no, you click
yeah,
on the pencil. That's what you do.
That's the one. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. There you go. Yeah. Install it. Save.
Yeah.
Give
You
it
don't
a
actually have to
second.
save. It does it itself. Yeah.
There you go. You're up to date now.
Yeah. So I'm up to date, but let's see now if anything, my buttons still aren't working. You think I have to maybe like
I would kill companion and restart it.
kill it? Okay. Let's
Just
try.
companion.
Yeah. No, the reason I brought this in because ISO had some big updates, so I thought we'd look at it.
Oh,
but
okay. Yeah.
It's interesting. Companion is reading all of the like it's seeing the data. Now let's try and clear. Huh. I am a co-host. Why wouldn't that be working? Maybe
That'd be the only other thing is it conflicting maybe?
no. This is the one. It's working.
Yeah, officially I'm on version 4.3.2. But yeah, I'm not about to entirely do that to myself right now. But I could.
Okay, let me toggle it one more time. See if that makes a difference. Oh, wait a second. No, I am in. Sorry. Thought maybe I wasn't in Zoom OSC, but I am.
That would be the only other thing, David, is maybe to
Maybe
give,
leave the meeting and come back.
yeah, are you in ISO right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna
On that
I'm
one?
gonna-
Okay.
I'm gonna quit and then I'll come back in.
Yeah. You need to give me host or no?
No,
Or
no,
is
no,
that
because it's a different machine.
different machine? Okay. Yeah, fine.
Different machine. So yeah,
Good.
ISO had a big update. Um, oh wow, it's not remembering the any of the data to join, which is interesting. That's new. It always saved all my data.
Hmm.
The
Okay.
login information. Z kitchen. All right, let's see what happens.
So Hasmith, I
Join.
see. Hasmith, there we go. Here you come.
Yep. And then I need to make. Oh, you know what? I think I know what the issue. Oh, that's interesting. Wait a second. Let me rename something because there's
Yeah, go ahead, because I actually have a question for Frank while you're doing that.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Frank, is that live now or is that yesterday? Because that's what I was seeing yesterday.
Fresh off the presses.
All right, so there you go, Stephen.
They've been having big instability problems for a couple of days, and it keeps different products, not always Zoom meetings, but just in general. I haven't remembered them having so many notifications in such a short amount of time for quite some time.
Yeah, agreed. How you doing there, David?
Nothing's working.
Nothing at all is working, or is it
Nothing
just
at all. Everything has crashed. No, the let me just get rid of this. Get rid of that for now. Let's give this a hard refresh. Yeah, I'm clicking the button here and then nothing's working and I don't know why. Let me jump over here to the button. Clear spotlight. Yeah, look at that. Nothing's happening. All right. Well, you know what? I'll restart this computer. We'll see if that's it. All right. Let's does anyone else have anything? I mean, I've got
well, you want to go through probably the new features. I know that that's the reason of the thumbnail for 7.0.5.
yeah.
And I do. Tony does have a question in YouTube. It looks
So
like it's related.
do me a favor.
to-
Do the question in YouTube. I'm gonna unspotlight me because I can't do that yet. I'm gonna let me just restart this machine, see if that makes a difference.
All right. Cool. So now everybody should see me here. There we go. All right. So Tony's question is, he says, I've restored a 2012 MacBook Pro, 16 gig, 750 gig hard drive, is also running Catalina. Can this machine be a Zoom machine only, or should I just throw it away? I mean, recycle. Our thoughts? Is it that old, gang?
Catalina.
It's got Catalina.
There's a
What's the number, Catalina?
Oh, that's a good question.
Catalina
I can't
wine
answer that.
mixer. That's all I know. The
What was
Catalina
what
wine
was the year,
mixer.
Mike? What was the year? Sorry, I missed it.
2012.
2012.
Try it. I mean, that's always the answer. If you've got a machine and you wonder if it'll do something, try it.
No, but there are Zoom. Excuse me. The question is whether Zoom still supports that operating system.
Right. Because right now, Tony is actually saying that he can't get Chrome to work, but Firefox is working. So that already
I can
tells
throw
me
in a
that there
thought.
could be an issue.
I
So if
can
he's
throw in
just
just
going
a
to do,
thought. Sorry, go
okay,
ahead.
if he's just going to do Zoom, then you don't care if Chrome or Firefox works.
I'll
And
explain.
I don't know
why.
if I don't believe that Zoom will allow you to run an old version of it on a machine, even if even if it's there and it used to run. I think they'll
Yeah.
force you to update.
Yeah, yeah. Stephen, go ahead, and then I'll answer the Chrome issue.
Yeah,
Ready?
so
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to whether the 2012, specifically Catalina. I do have an old one, probably 2012 behind me. I can fire it up and check. But I also have a 2015 sitting right next to me over here that I do use as a backup, and it works fantastically well. But what I have found is when he refers to recycling versus trashing, to me, there's also repurposing. And one of my repurposements, if that's a word, I actually use an old MacBook Air with no power whatsoever, obviously, the old, not M anything. And I use it as a camera into Ecamm and I put my keynote presentation on that particular computer, and I use it as not taking any resources, whatever, and just as a second thing, right? Also, I've got an old iPad floating around that I use just for my messages, and like it just, even if he has to trash it, is what I'm saying. Think about how you might repurpose it as if it's a working device. And if it's not working, it's usually the battery, and the batteries today are 60, $80 and pretty easy to change yourself on those. So just my 2 cents. Again, I don't know what the 212 is actually, but I do have a couple older machines that are repurposed. I just hate throwing this stuff out.
Yeah. So let me give you a little more history on why I'm concerned if Chrome doesn't work on that, if Zoom will actually work, is because Zoom actually builds off of Chromium's engine, aka what Chrome uses. So my suggestion, Tony, would be if you can't get Chrome specifically to install, take a look at Chromium, which is the actual, you can actually get a Chromium browser as well. And it is Chrome. Chrome is just it's a more prettier version of Chromium. And Chromium, if Chromium works, then I'm not sure why Chrome wouldn't work. And if Chromium does work, then chances are Zoom should work for you because it uses the Chromium engine in the background to actually make Zoom Workplace app work. It's one of those things that Zoom doesn't tell us about. Everybody just assumes when you're installing the actual software itself, it's actually its own proprietary software, but it's actually, as John and I have been talking about a lot in developer world a lot lately, it's really the Workplace app is strictly web pages inside of a pretty little box. Mr. Paskin, I saw good news.
Yeah, I needed to restart the machine. So there you go. As Stephen was saying, sometimes just a nice restart fixes the problem.
Yeah. So once you got everything updated, then it just needed a good kick.
Yep. Exactly.
Mhm.
So we have Lois, did you want to jump in? I thought I saw your hand up before.
No, I mean, I already did it.
Okay.
And then Stephen went, and then
yeah.
Mike went.
Woohoo.
You've been out of it a little, David. Is everything okay?
I told you. I said, what did I say when the show began?
Is everything okay now?
Well, I don't know. I still have no air conditioning. What the hell? Now it's 80 degrees. I'm
a fan of yours. I wish I could give you a fan.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I'm telling her that my AC has gone up. So we have Zoom ISO release notes and we have Zoom regular release notes that we can go through.
I do have a question. Last night, David said that we were going to talk about double-ended recording. And Mike, would you please define what two ends we're talking about? I mean, at the beginning, the end, what is this double-ended stuff?
Officially, I should let David clean up his own mess, but I can help you, David, if you like. Mr.
What did I do?
What did you do? You gave Lois this double-ended recording stuff and not giving her any explanations. That's not very nice.
I love the way she said that.
It was a little tip. It was a little preview. That's why I'm here.
Sorry. So let me here. Let me let me share this with everyone. So these are from the Zoom events and Webinar Plus release notes. And this is from May 18th. So a new version called Recording Studio for high quality local recording files. Recording Studio allows hosts to capture high quality video and audio locally on each speaker's computer during meetings in Zoom Webinars Plus and Zoom Events. So even though it's in Zoom Webinars Plus, this applies to meetings. Instead of relying solely on live cloud recording, each speaker's recording is captured locally and uploaded to Zoom Events after the session ends. This approach produces isolated video and audio files for each speaker, reducing common recording issues and making the content easier to use for post-production and future reuse. Hosts can select which speakers are recorded, track upload progress, manage recordings from a dedicated interface. After the session ends, hosts receive an email with the recording upload status update. All recordings can be downloaded and managed from Zoom Events once processing is complete, and this feature must be enabled by Zoom. We'll get to that last part in just a second. So double-ended recording, Lois, is exactly this as this explains. Instead of me recording to the cloud with Zoom and everyone's data going through the internet up to the cloud, now if you and I, if we're doing, let's say we were doing our show, our Thursday night show, but let's say we weren't using Ecamm, we were just using Zoom. Now I can record myself locally on my computer. You can record yourself locally on your computer. Everyone can do that. And then all of those individual local records, which are going to be much cleaner and much less compressed than anything that we send through the cloud, those can all be uploaded so that I have access to them as the host or as the editor. And then I can, in post-production, put them all together. So what it's going to give us is much cleaner recordings. And even if you're not using them as even if you're not planning on doing mixing in post-production, very often you'll be recording something live and you'll get a blip or a boop or a whatever. You can now go in after the fact because you'll have these really clean recordings and update them. As soon as I heard about this, I reached out to Zoom support. It took me 45 minutes and 3 people, two of whom had never even heard of this and kept telling me that I was asking about Production Studio. I said, no, I'm talking about Recording Studio, which is different. Finally, they sent me to, they escalated it enough that the person wouldn't even talk to me. I had to put it, it was a, there's a ticket now. I have not heard back since the ticket was submitted. I think it was 2 days ago. So I'm still waiting for them to turn this on for me. But you have to have a Zoom Events plan, and that will work even with the the Sessions Plus, the Zoom Sessions, no, not Sessions, the Zoom Webinars Plus 50 PPA plan. So that cheap, $100 a year for 50 people, it will work. The catch at this point, I believe, is that the meeting has to be, in order for any of this to work, the meeting has to be held within the Zoom Events platform. So I would have to host my meeting and use my 50 PPA license, I believe, in order to take advantage of this.
Yeah, you're close, David. Again, if you're Webinar Plus, you should be. Yeah, again, it sounds like it's going to be a Webinar Plus product, correct? Is that what you were told? Or no?
Zoom Events or Webinar Plus?
It's a Zoom Events
Right.
product, and it works whether you have a Zoom Events license or a Zoom Webinars Plus license.
Right. But it only works, as I understand it, within that ecosystem. So like for some things, you buy the Zoom Events license, and then you can use it for example, the 1080p. Right. So because I have the Zoom Events license, I get 1080p, but I can use that 1080p on any meeting, anything even outside of the Zoom Events ecosystem. This, as I understand it, only works within the ecosystem. And yes, you have to request it to be enabled. And as I said, I'm still waiting for mine to get enabled.
It sounds a lot like the video version of what we do when we record the Davis Garden Show, where the settings in the back says, do all your stuff, record all your stuff, and also give us individual audio. So we have each person's audio recorded separately and given to us at the end. And it sounds like they're now doing that for video. Is this something that you're going to, once you've enabled it, is it something you're going to be able to turn on for any meeting that you have? I mean,
Well, so two friendly amendments to that. So what you were just describing sounds to me like ISO recording, which can happen either to the cloud. Now you don't have to, you don't have to spotlight me. I'm just looking up my support ticket to see where we are. But ISO recordings aren't necessarily double-ended recordings. ISO recordings can just be to the cloud. So I don't know if the tool that you're using is recording.
So what is double-ended then? I mean,
because it's recording locally. It's recording you and the other person in the conversation are both recording locally on your device rather than recording to the cloud, which means you're not recording over the internet.
So I am recording. I say record this locally, on my computer. And then at the end, what I get is that, plus I also get these individual audios because I've changed that setting in my meeting settings. I mean, when I set up the meeting, I changed it so I could do that. Frank, can you clarify this at all?
Yeah, so Zoom didn't invent this. This has been around before the internet existed. Generally, it was used for television news, mostly, but it's been used for other things. Can you hear me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sounds like you're not on your headset, Mike.
Let me check real fast before I waste my time. Output volume. Output volume. I am not on my right. Sorry about that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7, 8. Better?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right. So Zoom didn't invent this. This existed way before the internet. Usually it was used for news when you couldn't have two people in the same place or at the same time. So you would talk to the camera. There would be a script. So let's say a reporter and some subject that they're interviewing. So I would go to the studio in London, England. I'm the expert that wants to be interviewed. The reporters in New York, they record all their questions to the camera. Then they either ship it or use satellite dish, depending on how immediately the need is for this material to be broadcast. But if it's really needed tonight, then they probably use a satellite dish to transmit it, again, before the internet. So then the editor would take both sets of things and cut it together and make it look like they were in the same place at the same time having a conversation when really they're in two different places recording their own. That's where the concept comes from. And ISO recordings, as David said, is a different kettle of fish.
By the way, I submitted my request 2 days ago. 1 day ago, I got an update from them saying they've coordinated to the backend team who handles yada yada. So I just reached out again. I'm very sad though, because they've marked it as priority 4, which is very low.
That's the lowest.
I know. Which either means they don't love me.
Just an enablement request, David. It's just an enablement request.
So I was hoping I'd have by today. I did ask Andy if he might be able to join us next week to show this off. So we'll see.
I'm curious to know if enhanced media works in conjunction with this.
Interesting. Right.
And you have enhanced, David, right?
I have an ant.
You have enhanced.
Yes, that I have.
Okay.
Not on this account. I have it on my main account.
Hausmuck, were you going to answer this question?
No, I'm just going to add clarification because my understanding is if it's double-ended recording or two-sided recording, what it records on your side is your video and your audio. And the host records the host audio and the host video. And if there are 4 people or 100 people, the recording is each individual's video and audio recording on their local computer. So it's not recording anything else.
And then supposedly, I haven't tried it, it automatically uploads to a server where the host can collect everything and then
Correct.
also gets an XML file for
Correct.
editing.
It's better than that.
And
better than
hopefully it will also be recording the whole composite thing someplace so
That's
that,
different. That's different. You
no, but I
you
mean,
can
but that
Yeah.
would be, it. I hope this doesn't replace, I hope this is an adjunct so that you also have the whole meeting someplace.
I'm sure you would. What I'm curious about is I have a feeling there'll be a participant limitation. Like there's got to be a cap to it. I don't like. Yeah. Is it 10? Yeah, I haven't heard that, so that's interesting.
I like her hand signals. Hey, Ray.
Hey, so David, I'm in the same position as you. I said it. The first thing I did was I asked on the Discord channel, and I was told, go to my account executive. They can do it. I went to my account exec, and he went, I don't know what you're talking about. And so I put the ticket in, and yeah, I got the same thing that you got. Oh, you said recording studio. You must be confused. You must mean production studio. I've looked at your account, and you've got production studio. What? And so I basically sent back and sent him the screenshot of the release notes and said, no, this. And then
I
the
sent
other piece,
I sent the screenshot also, and they sent me the support document for Production Studio.
oh man.
Well,
And
they'll
then the
catch
email that I
up.
got back that
We're
said
just real
the
early.
enablement, the enablement team only works Thursday through Tuesday.
Wait, are you
So
serious? Really?
That's what the email said.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know
And
that.
like 6 a.m. to, I don't know. Anyway, it was just kind of wild. But let me take a quick shot at explaining what I think the end result of all this is, and that is, before now, if you really wanted to get clean audio and video from everybody that was participating, up to 10 people, you could have everybody locally record on their machine. And then you would have to somehow figure a way for them to upload the audio and video from their machine to your machine. This is going to basically do the processing on your machine just like it would do for a local recording, but then will automatically upload the individual files into the cloud recording space alongside any cloud recording that you did. So that's the big news, is that it really facilitates that automatic uploading of everything into one space. And then it's one click if you want to basically, I think, download that to Dropbox or wherever you want it to go so that you can actually do your editing.
There are other companies that do this. They're just not very well known by regular people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Stephen.
Yeah. So two things. Does this, inside of Ecamm where we can set separate ISO recordings, whatever, does that, without having to get into the plus and the other events or whatever, does that effectively give me the same ability, or is the ability limited, or is it in any way better or worse?
The reality, Stephen, is that the ISO that you get is the ISO that comes from the user's machine into the internet and then to your machine. It makes that hop. And with this route, it's exactly what's on the computer, even if their entire bandwidth just kind of goes to crap and they're still talking. If their computer's still running, it will be grabbing good audio and video.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Also, I don't know if this is in any way related or if the capability is there. Has Zoom ever got over their limitation of being able to not record automatically to the cloud out of a breakout? Like I said, I don't know if it's actually in some way connected.
Breakout room recording is not done.
So you have to always do manual. You have to always do it locally.
So
and
far,
you have to always remember to do it instead of automatically. And is there some sort of reason why that's like a technology limitation, or is it just something that should be on a feature request, and one day we hope
It's
that
it's
it'll
been
happen?
requested plenty of times. It's a breakout room is technically a different meeting than the meeting you're in when you're in the gallery with everyone else. That's one of the reasons.
And besides that sort of technical piece, I think the real reason is in a large meeting or now in a large webinar, you can create 100 breakout rooms, and to have all of those recording to the cloud at once is a horrible bandwidth pipe. And I don't think they want to deal with that.
And most
I
users'
think that's-
home networks probably can't sustain that, or you'd have to have. It would probably only be available to like industrial corporations and things who had 10-bit giganet or something. Like you're not going to do it on a regular home internet connection. So
But
you'll just hear a
the
lot of people
reality-
complaining.
The reality is you could have a Zoom events multi-session and just have separate meeting spaces for, okay, we're done here. Everybody go out into the lobby and take your pick of any one of the 15 or 20 meeting spaces to go in, and you can automatically record to the cloud from those.
Yeah, and if they ever do it, that's probably where it'll show up first.
Yeah, interesting. And my use case is probably not unique, but definitely not everybody uses it. I do a presentation for 3 days. We do end of day breakouts, and we break the room of 100 people into 4 rooms or 4 breakout rooms of 25 people. And I have one of my team members hosting each one of those. They have to remember to click the record button, right? That's the only thing I care about. Like we have to just have an admin go into each room or broadcast, hey, don't forget to hit the record button. And it's just more of an annoyance than anything else. The cloud part I could live with. I just wish that I could get a decent workaround for the, hey, don't forget.
Get a Zoom events license and have like concurrent multiple meetings as your breakout rooms.
Yeah.
I'll definitely look into that. Thanks, Phil.
And Stephen, if you want more info, of course, tap into resources of, all 4 of us champions were, Frank, I guess you're not as much into the event stuff, but I know Ray, John, and I were in the events community quite a bit.
Will do. Thanks.
So that's on the event side. We also have Zoom Canvas,
Yes.
which is
Go for it, David.
That name
What?
really bugs me.
What is Zoom Canvas?
let me see if I can pull it up here for you.
A lot of the documentation has it called Zoom Canvas Docs.
Oh, really? So if you look in your Zoom, if you are updated to the latest Zoom, which is 7.0.5 on Mac at least, and you look in your left hand, I got to do that again.
Yeah.
First,
And just as David's doing that, and on Windows 7.0.5.
And if you look in your left-hand side, if you don't see it, if you click on more, you'll find it there. But instead of Docs, you'll now see Canvas. So they've renamed Zoom Docs to Zoom Canvas. Turn recent conversations into polished docs with Docs AI. Okay, they're still using it there. They clearly haven't fixed it up all over the place. But the idea here, I think, is that they don't want to limit what you're creating here to a document. They want you to think about it as a blank canvas where lots of different information and things can live. I wish they would have cleaned up the UI a little bit and made it a little clearer. I still find it very difficult to navigate, but yeah, that's what they did. According to the release notes, there's no substantive change that I could see other than the name change. Is that approximately correct, Ray?
That's my understanding. Yeah.
So far.
Would you expect
Yeah, I think Zoom's very incremental in frequently but slowly moving us along a curve. So I think you'll see more happening.
Good.
In there, it said a data. Is that a spreadsheet? In that list of things you had,
Yeah.
it was talking about data. New data
Data.
tables. Next to the
yeah.
next to the right, and
Yeah.
it's a green, no, to the right, all the way to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that new data tables?
The green
That's
icon.
that's their sheets. That's their spreadsheets.
Spreadsheets.
Yeah.
In a Zoom meeting.
Well, it's not in it. No, it's not in a Zoom
In a
meeting.
document.
Yeah.
So this is on an aside. If you want to have a spreadsheet, you can now use Zoom as well as all your other options. Is that
well,
what
this isn't
you're
new,
saying?
right? So Zoom Docs has had docs and sheets. That's not new. The renaming is new. But yeah, this is essentially Google Sheets or Excel or something like that. But I think it's probably far less powered than because it's new than
I'm
the
wondering
kind of things.
why it would be interesting for someone to do it there instead of going into numbers or Excel or Google or whatever.
Well, I think
mean, what's the draw?
if you're a Zoom corporation, if you're a corporation that meets over Zoom and uses Zoom Contact Center and uses Zoom Chat and all those other
Mhm.
things, then it's the same reason. It's the same reasoning behind why would you do it in Google? Because if you're a Google org, then everyone's
And
there and it
so
makes sense.
are those data tables shareable amongst people, or is it
Oh, sure.
personal?
Yeah, no, it's the same way that you can so here I've got my table. I click on share. I can share it with anyone I'm connected with in my org or outside of my org. And just like with Google, you can you can say anyone in your org or anyone with the link.
I'm assuming that one can make internal groups so that you've got a working group on particular topic that you're sharing with or something.
Yeah. The sharing, I find the sharing actually to be very similar to how Google does it.
There's been some complaining in the community forums about the portability, like the export options that you get.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. So where is that? Is that under share? No. They just did a whole thing about being able to export to export. Here it is. So you can export to CSV, right? I thought I saw something at some point about in docs. Let's do a doc. I thought there was some integration with Google, but maybe I'm wrong. Export. So for docs, you can export to Microsoft Word, PDF, or Markdown. Sheets, you can do, what did I say? Was it CSV or Excel?
CSV.
CSV. So I would imagine that Excel is coming very soon if they've got Word here. Yeah. So it's called Canvas. Congratulations. That's all she wrote about that, I think. Incidentally, I made a note to Mike that my building is getting progressively hotter. I'm now at 81 degrees, so I may faint at some point, but I've already passed host to him. So don't. If I slowly fall out of my chair, the Zoom test kitchen is in good hands.
The slow falling is not what we worry about, David.
It's the fast falling and the fast stopping. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else interesting that came out in this? This is the release, by the way, that was scheduled for the 11th. It was delayed until the 18th, so we just got it this past Monday. We kind of walked through the new Zoom chat experience is in here. Next generation design that enhances how users communicate. Well, no, wait a second. Let's look at that. I'm excited about the new chat design.
Is this meeting chat or is this outside chat?
Team chat.
Team chat. Okay.
Zoom chat.
I don't get it. Is this different than it was before?
Is it enabled? It's not enabled on my. I could, but I'm not going to.
You enable new chat. All right. So I have to go into. Can you hear and enable it now? Let's see.
In my org, there's a warning that in 99 days, even if I keep it turned off, it's going to turn on whether I want it to or not.
Oi,
So I have 99 days to deal with it.
that's a little threatening. Team chat. No settings for team chat. I don't want meeting
Because
chat.
it's called a new chat experience. Try new chat experience. Although this
New
is the second time we've had
chat.
a new chat experience. The one before was
Yeah, I know. That's what I. All right, there's nothing here there's Zoom chat, but I don't think that's what we want, is it?
It's in my admin panel. I don't know if it's in yours, but
Yeah, but I'm not even seeing chat at all. That's what I don't understand. Clips, surveys, workflows, hub, Canvas. There's Canvas notes, yada yada yada. All companion. I mean AI companion. Where the heck is chat? I don't even see chat. Is it just Zoom chat? Is that
It's now called Zoom chat, David.
It is called Zoom chat. Okay. So let's see if there's a new personal chat.
Do you really think they're going to call it new when it's in the middle of the settings? I don't think it'll be called new.
It might have a little new button though, saying
Well-
highlighting that it's a new feature.
Yeah, there's nothing there though. Let me go
How about
into my
searching in
user
that
settings.
search panel
I did. Nothing came up.
for chat?
Let me go
Huh?
into. So this is my user settings, and there's nothing. Okay. Well, I can't show that. Sorry.
Which release
Can you
notes
see
were
it
those
in
in?
admin settings?
I just checked there. It's not in admin settings either.
Huh.
Sorry, what were you saying, Ray?
Which release notes were you actually looking in where you saw that? Was that
These
chat
are
or Zoom chat, or was it meetings?
no.
Or-
These are the workplace app.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And this is under chat features. Yeah. Unless I'm seeing it and it just doesn't look different. Modernize, updated navigation structure and improve visual hierarchy. Enhanced compose experience, streamline compose with configurable tools and send options. Unified expression picker.
You missed the note at the very bottom of that, David. It's very important.
The new Zoom chat will gradually roll out to customers. Thank you. Yeah.
It's a gradual rollout.
And
you're not on the bleeding edge.
I'm not. I'm level 4. I'm I'm the lowest. What do you call it? I'm the lowest form of human life.
You're 0.
I'm a 0.
I know you're joking, but Zoom's priority system, P1, P2, P3, P4. P1 is like Zoom doesn't work, all your servers are crashed, nobody
Right.
can log in. P4 is like you just want something. It's not like an outage or anything, right?
Yeah. No, and I mean, this is not urgent. I'm fine. Like it's completely appropriate for it to be a level 4.
And
Ooh.
Frank also gave you a link to look at too there, David, when you get a sec.
Introducing the new chat experience. Well, looky there. Let's look at it. I'm also interested in this, by the way. Generate custom backgrounds in Zoom clips by entering a text prompt. That's kind of cool. All right, here's the new Zoom chat experience, 5/21. This was posted yesterday.
Dun dun.
Yeah, and it will gradually roll out. Limitations. If you are not on 7.0.5, you won't get it. What is CEF? Does anyone know? Oh, Chromium Embedded Framework.
There's that Chromium word again.
Yeah. Stickers are not currently available, but they will be in. The ability to pop out windows will be introduced soon. Okay. And then, yeah, all the stuff. The updated experience is enabled automatically. So you don't have to do anything. So you just, wait a second. Is it possible that this Zoom one over here isn't up to date? Hold on, because I don't use this. Oh no, it is up to date. Sorry. Okay. Thank you for that. I was looking for though is here. Oh, so this is Zoom Clips avatar by entering a prompt. Let's go into clips. Oh, there's a new videos tab. Discover curated videos. Oh, we heard about this. You remember this? We talked about this. Discover curated videos. Create or access a channel. Set up your own space. Upload, watch, and organize videos. Adding Zoom video assets, trim and title them. Publish, share, and stay on track. Oh, how interesting. I have nothing. Wait, how do I want to, content management. Create a
Does you
channel.
have to make one? Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. My first channel. This is so exciting. Thumbnail. We'll just leave the thumbnail for now. Okay. All right. Add videos. And now I can select from my library. Oh, this is a good one. I just made this. Okay. Boom. Added. And I can publish it. What happens when I publish? Okay. It just published it. I'm not sure where it published it. Manage permissions. So now home videos playlists. So this is my first channel. So now how do I wonder how I can
But
see through.
where is it located?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm wondering also.
Oh, it's David Paskin's channel over there.
Edit basic information. No, I don't want to do that. Player settings. You can let people video download, comment, embed. But how do people access this? It says it's published. Like, does that mean it's actually?
Can you go to your name, David Paskin, click on that and see if it shows you?
No,
No.
there's nothing to click on there.
Ah, darn.
Oh, wait, I didn't want to do that. Sorry. Huh.
How about the three dots next to manage permission?
Yeah, no, I just did that also. I don't know.
How about reading the instructions where you got to
No.
get started?
No. Why would you do that?
To figure out how to get so I can see what you're looking at.
Absolutely not. Wait a second. View details page. No, it's the same thing. So let me go back here. So I already did this. All channels. Huh. All right. Yeah, I'll need to read the instructions. But let me go to clips. Okay, create with avatars. Now this is where you're supposed to be able to background. So you're supposed to, what did it say? Users can generate custom background images in Zoom Clips avatar by entering a text prompt within the background selection area of the scene editor. Okay. I don't see a place to do that. Wait, is this rolling out slowly? No, it's not. I don't know. I don't see that area available to me.
David, I do see a generate button. Where's that?
Yeah, but so yeah, you mean down here?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
to
that's
generate
actually
the
to
avatar,
generate the
though.
video, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's a shame. I thought that'd be cool.
There's a search field at the top of that window.
No, that's my browser. Oh no, you're right. Yeah, but that's just to search Zoom.
Right.
sure
Well,
that's
you
gonna
could
help.
search for the phrase that you're trying to find.
Well, no, it told me it's right here. It's just maybe it just isn't out yet. Um, I don't want to use my precious 3 minutes of avatar if I don't get to do my generate my background. So
Does it say this is restricted to certain people, or is it anyone with a paid account?
it doesn't say. It's a good question.
What's it say at the top of that window
At the top of what window?
that you're on? No.
This one here?
Yeah, is there anything up there at the top? It says in this article, but does it say what the article is?
No,
Limitations.
these are release notes
Okay.
that we're looking at. Yep. But let me check on the slide based because it said you could also do it on slide based. Create from slides. Okay, hold on. Log into Google Drive. Let's see. Ooh, I haven't done this before. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Confirm. Success. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay. That was so not exciting. But wait, so now what the heck? Oh, here we go. Okay. So here is we'll use this one. This is a big slide deck. It's got like 60 slides in it. Slides become the background images for your scenes. Okay. Wait. I don't know if you could hear that because I don't have original sound on. I was playing the Jeopardy tune because it's taking so long.
Oh, dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
How many seconds of waiting do we have patient for these days?
That's a good question. Here we go.
Depend-
Okay.
Depending, yeah,
Turn
depending on the
ideas
Zoom
into
outage.
videos. Turn your slides into AI. Generate video, narrate with realistic. Okay, let's choose. Who should we choose? Julian? Yeah, Julian's hot. Let's go with Julian. He's a good looking guy. All right. So now here are my slides, and there are issues on every slide. Why are there issues on every slide? It handled the Hebrew, not bad. What are the issues though? The empty script.
Covered up stuff.
Oh, that's what the issue is. Let's generate the script. Write a script for this scene. So what it's going to do is he's going to narrate the screen. God, that's a lot. Okay. Keep. Now, what can we do to him? I'd like to cut him out, maybe. Background. Yeah, that's what I want. I want him like this. Come on, Julian. We're going to make this happen. Preview. Issues. Oh, God. All right, wait. Let me delete all of these other scenes because we're just going to use this one. Ugh. You can't multi-select. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, Julian. I'm coming.
Dun, dun, dun.
20 more, Julian. I think I'm gonna name my first. Oh no, I already have children. I was gonna say my first child, Julian, but okay. Here we go. This still didn't let me do what the release note said. But wait, Frank, what did you put in? I can't see it.
We've moved
email
on.
address. All right, ready?
Yeah, and
Here's
make sure
Julian.
that you got original on because we might not hear him.
This
Will we hear him?
portfolio represents a deeply personal exploration of
He's not even moving. The heck? Maybe I hope that's just in preview. Oh, avatar will be animated after you generate the clip. Oh, well, what's the point of the preview then? Just generate. I'm burning through half of my 3 minutes. The things that I do.
And you're boiling the ocean.
And I'm boiling the ocean. Sorry. Okay. Well, we will come back to that.
All right. You want to do a side thing while we're waiting
Do
for
a
that,
side
David?
thing because I'm
All right.
slowly melting.
All right, Mr. Robert Zabadati has us. I have a Zoom tiles question. When you turn on the static images in Zoom tiles, the ones that simulate users, how do you change that option off completely? Robert wants to know.
I wasn't listening.
Did we all see him look down at his phone, gang? Yes, we did. Okay. All right.
Because I can't breathe in my own office.
He's still trying to get that AC repair people there, guys. Okay,
God.
one more time, Robert. I promise, Robert, he's going to listen this time. Okay. I have a Zoom tiles question, Robert says. When you turn on the static images in Zoom tiles, the ones that simulate users, how do you change that option off? How do you change that option off completely?
There is a doohickey. Let me see if I can't pull it up. I'm absolutely not going to remember where it is, but let's see if this works. That didn't work. Hold on a second. I have to change the camera. Give me a second. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. So you can see this. Yeah, you can see this. Okay, good.
Yep.
So in tiles, let's see where it is. I just have to remember where it is. It's going to be in the editor under gallery. Here it is. So under gallery, under tile placement, there is use placeholders, and you can just toggle that on or off. When you toggle it on, it gives you the placeholder images, and you can upload a folder of images right there. So yeah, simple. And that just turns that off. And that just means that you'll get, I guess, blank.
You should get the default. You should get the
yeah,
default icons.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just waiting for Robert to catch up. Robert, let us know if that is working for you, because I know you're doing testing live. So let us know.
Yep.
And how's how's the avatar coming there, David?
What avatar? Oh, let's check on the avatar. Shut up. Don't laugh at me. I'm doing the best I can. 8%. Generating 8%. This is going to be so worth the
now
wait.
you know
though.
why there's static previews in the previews.
Yeah. This is going to be worth the wait, though.
Yeah, you're firing up about probably good 10, 15 machines just to make that avatar now, David. That boy. All right. Robert has gotten back to us and says, I still see blank tiles on the output, even if I don't have images.
So blank tiles on the, even if you don't have it, well, yeah, you're going to see blank tiles. The question is, do you want to see blank tiles or do you want to put images in there? I think. Like, if you have, hold on, let me pull it back up. So if you have, so right on my screen, I've got 3, 6, 7, 14. I've got 20 spots for people. If I don't have 20 people, I don't think the placeholders disappear. That is to say, I think there has to be some kind of placeholder, whether it's something that you put in or whether it's just a generic placeholder. If you don't want those to be seen, then presumably you would use the cutout feature to hide more of them. Maybe I'm wrong.
You could enlarge them so that they,
or you could enlarge them,
something
right?
will fit. And instead of 20, you could probably cut it down to 16 or 12.
Yeah, the thing about 16 or 12 is that I haven't been able to get 16 to because it's a landscape screen. I can't get 16 to work nicely. I don't know. I completely understand what you're saying. Um, I don't know, Robert, if you can do that.
Robert actually came back to us and said, not referring to the cutout feature.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. I was only suggesting cutout because um, if you are getting those placeholders, those default placeholders, you could use the cutout to hide them. That's all I was suggesting.
Yeah, and he says, I'm referring to the still images.
Right. I don't know. That's a good question. If you don't, oh, wait a second. Let's test this real quick.
Beetlejuice,
Let me,
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
is he coming?
No,
Let
I'm
me
just.
no,
We'll
I know.
see.
I know. Let me
Oh.
yeah, I'm gonna rejoin and let's see. Okay. So yes, beautiful. And I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna do, can you give me permissions, please?
Yeah, one sec, Dave.
Thanks.
Just when you're ready, send it to me.
I already did.
You did. I didn't see a pop up.
I'll send it again. Boom.
And no pop up again. Hold on. You sure
Well,
you're
that's
not
weird.
already? Yeah, Roland's in good. He's using the live streaming. Which one are you asking for? Are you asking for streaming or are you asking for recording?
I don't know, but it shouldn't really matter.
Understood. I'm just wondering if I
Yeah.
would get a pop up then. If
No, you do because I get a pop-up when I request it from myself.
all right, checking.
It's recording. It's a capture permissions recording. I'll change it.
It actually says that Zoom Tiles, there is a TTG Tiles has access. Is that you?
Yeah. Oh, maybe because we gave access and
Yeah, it says you have it. Oh, there we go.
let's see.
There we go. Got it.
Okay, good. All right.
Better?
So yeah. All right. So here we are. And I've got my things turned on. So let me go to the editor and I'm going to turn off the placeholders and go back. No, so I don't have those holded. I'm not seeing avatars when I don't have placeholders in. But why am I not seeing anyone? I'm not sure I understand that. Because there are some people that, unless, let's see, is there anyone? No, see, Hasmic is, oh, wait, that may be old. Let me refresh this.
No, you've got no, everybody's coming in.
Frank is there. Okay, so now if I turn off use placeholders. Huh. Oh, that's why. So it defaults them to the middle. Okay. So yeah, so this is working and I'm not getting any placeholders of any kind around. If I were to now turn placeholders on, then you get the whole thing. Yeah, so forget cutout, forget that altogether, the hole punch rather. For me, at least, Robert, toggling off use placeholders just kind of takes care of it. And then when I turn my hole punch on, it goes like that. And then if I go over here, it should, yeah.
And David, Brady, hello, David, said show tile controls, toggle that on the at the top. Does that sound right?
Say that again.
Yeah, Bradley
Brady.
was saying show tile controls and then toggle that on at the top is what he's saying.
Show tile controls. Oh, no. I know what he's talking about.
Okay.
He's talking about in overlays, I think.
All right.
Or no, maybe not. Maybe not.
And Mr. Robert from Poland is asking, what version are you running, David?
I don't know.
In very Robert terms, and Robert's probably laughing at me. I tried, Robert.
I'm running 1.2.1. I don't even know if that's the latest. I assume it is, but I don't know.
There's your answer, Robert. I'm just waiting for Robert to get back to me. Continue on, David.
Yeah. Tile preview. Custom images. Oh, look at this. I hadn't seen this before. So so in I'm in the editor version. There's now a tile preview. You can just have the icon, or you can have custom images, and then you can also choose a folder here. I'm going to choose the same folder. And nothing happened. For the system to read your images, you must name them with numbers. Oh, well, that's why that's not working. Okay.
Yeah, that Robert's actually saying, he says, now you're in the right place, add a folder, and then try and disable the function.
Add a folder and disable the function. So I added a folder. My folder isn't set up correctly because they're not named correctly, and
then he wants you to try and disable the function. Again, I'm just reading what he's reading, so I don't know tiles to help you on that one. Yeah, so add a folder and then try and disable the function.
Yeah, it seems, Robert. So I'm not entirely sure where you're going with this, but it seems to work for me. So I can now change this to icon, and it goes right back. I don't seem to have any problems with that. Again, the preview isn't working for me because my files aren't named correctly, but and I'm toggling it off in both places, use as placeholders and also up here for the previews, and it seems to be working for me. So I apologize if I'm not clicking all the right buttons.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for an update from
Yeah. It's all good.
Robert. Oh, interesting. Robert says, I don't have that toggle, just images.
Okay. So Robert, if you come on next week, maybe let's play around with this some more for sure and try and figure that out. I don't think I've really updated anything recently. So
Yeah, and Roland's letting us know that version 1.2.3 is the latest version of tiles.
well, there's my problem. For goodness sakes, what am I doing? Let me go get that. Hold on.
Yeah, Robert's never on the latest version, though. He's conservative.
That's true.
Where is Safari?
That's true.
I need to go
Maybe
get
on
the
a
latest
test
version.
machine or something.
Yeah. Now, Robert, are you on version 1.2.3? Let us know in chat. As Mr. Paskin is busy to.
Well, now I
offline.
have to download the latest thing. Wait a second.
All right.
Liminal.
Yeah.
ET.
And the official answer from Robert is nope.
Nope. All right. So liminal, here
There we
we
go.
go. I want tiles.
Do you know that song by Olivia Newton-John? Let's get liminal. They should play that at their corporate board meetings.
Yeah.
Let's get into liminal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trademark.
Yeah. Quickly, Frank, quickly.
They could send me a shirt or something at least for a good idea.
Yeah. Quickly go to SIPO and get that done.
I'm not familiar with SIPO.
That would be the trademark, government trademark division.
I see.
Every time you want to download an updated version, you have to give them your name and email. They must have my name and email hundreds of times. Not
And
entirely
we
sure
hope
why.
and we hope that their database isn't full of 100 of them too,
Yeah.
because that's lots of purging.
All right. So here's the new tiles. 0.2.3.
Whoever would have thought that all this technology to watch someone install an application, like the amount of
Isn't
people
this
hours
great
and
TV?
money.
Come on
Oh
now.
yeah, woo, paint
This is
drying.
great TV here.
Yes, I'm letting David make sure that he watches the video. Okay, there we go.
Next up, Minesweeper, 6 hours.
All right. I just requested permission again.
You may have.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Nothing's really changed. I'm still seeing the same things from before. Okay.
So, David, the only thing I would suggest is make another folder, just do a copy of
Yeah.
that same folder and just do your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I could definitely do that next time. Yeah. Okay. That was that. There's a whole bunch of ISO stuff that came out too, but I don't really use ISO that much. Do any of you use ISO?
Oh, I think Hasma's going to say yes, but I'm not sure about that.
New
Yeah, he's nodding
previews
yes.
to the outputs tab.
David, show us what you're reading, if you are reading.
Yeah, I'm not really looking. Let's see.
Robert does say thank you, everyone, for our time. You're welcome, Robert, as usual. Over to you, Dave.
Yeah. These are the release notes for 3.0.2. We're now on 3.0.3, but that was just a hot fix. This is the exciting stuff. Hasmuk, is there anything in here that jumped out at you that you've used that was interesting to you? Color bars mode for video loss.
Well, that's why I came here, so you can tell me.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, let me fire up ISO here. V3. Let's see what we've got. So I'm gonna, well, whatever, we'll just keep that there for now. Join meeting. Join. If you wouldn't mind letting me in. And we're gonna get a double for a second. There we go. Okay. So we can minimize this now. And we can come over here. I'll turn on capture, request permission.
Enabled.
Boom. Okay. So now let's go over here and let's choose Mike. And we'll choose, oh, Mike is black. That's why. We'll choose, choose me. Well, that's not going to work. Sorry, sure, Frank, sorry, you're on. Okay. So, here we go. So we've got, let's click over here and open up. We got cropped. Oh yeah, this is where you can, cropping. How do, oh, you can't drag yet. You can just pan X, pan Y. And then you can manual zoom. I can turn him upside down. Okay. Reset all. I don't know why you would ever want to do that, but histogram. Yeah, we've seen all this stuff. I mean, this is all stuff I don't know how to use, so I'm not going to be helpful in oh, hello. Yeah. You're not framed properly. Crosshairs, center line, grid. Yeah. Okay.
What was that?
What was what? That
Sounded like
noise?
someone yelled. Yeah.
Yeah, there was just an open mic somewhere, I think. Yes, I think it was.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Okay. Hasmuk, am I missing anything? Oh, here are those nice audio bars. Just say something, Frank, real quick.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Wait,
5,
hold on,
6,
hold on.
7. Oh,
I'm not,
I don't know if I can count
not-
higher than that.
yeah, but I'm not capturing audio. Why am I not capturing audio? Channel 1. Maybe the mix. I definitely did not set this up correctly. Forgive me. That's the meeting. Turn feed.
Look at that GPU go up. Woo, baby.
Oh, here we go. Sorry. ISO, and we'll do ISO. So now if you speak, go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I'm
5,
still
6,
not hearing
7,
it.
8, 9, 10,
That's
11,
interesting.
12.
Wonder why. Embedded audio. Again, I'm absolutely, oh, I know why. Because I didn't connect to audio in the meeting because I didn't want to get the slapback thing. Let me see if I can do that without do that. And all right, now it should work. You're not actually saying, wait, there we go.
I was just playing a head fake on you. 1, 2, 3,
There
4,
we go,
5,
there we
6,
go.
7,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10.
So,
12, 13, 15.
yep. So I mean, again, I don't use this that much. The overlay section to output effects. Overlay section to output effects.
Yeah, I thought that if you ISO somebody and you can then overlay on that ISO output wherever it's going. That's how I read it.
Oh, I guess you could, I guess this is that. Is that what this is? Add image. Let me just find if I have an image somewhere I can add. This is next week's show. Oh, that didn't work. Hold on.
You have to resize
Oh.
the image. You can resize the image.
Yeah.
Scale. Use the scale option.
Yeah. That's what I'll do. There we go.
And then you can
I guess
move
this
it.
is what it's talking about.
Right,
It's
you
actually
can-
nice that you can just kind of drag it around.
And you can have multiple images.
Yep.
Is that per ISO?
This is in
Yes.
Zoom ISO, yeah.
Coo, 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 coo. It's the end of the recording.
You can add back the same image just for example. That will do it.
There's another one.
Scale again.
Yep.
And you can
So,
adjust, and put
yeah.
it somewhere else, yeah.
Apply. So that's the overlay section here. Yep.
And you can add the name onto it too.
Yep.
Go back to overlays. I think the name, you can turn on the name tag.
Yeah. And then I can make that bigger. Nice. Okay.
And you can layer them if you want. So it allows you to layer, so you can layer images over each other too.
Right.
So you can put the image bit right.
And I wonder if
And you can change the layer if you don't order. The little arrows allow you to do it. Or it's still
yeah,
right.
here.
Right.
Yep. It's cool.
So you could set that up for each
Yeah.
individual you've ISO'd in that canvas that you have earlier. You had me and you had Frank. So you could set up a different overlays for
For each
Yep.
of them, correct.
my ISO, so that when you switch, that's really powerful. It's a big jump, David.
Yeah.
Can we lose this terrible audio?
Yeah. So there we go. So we got the two. Yeah, that is really powerful. I mean, it's a lot of setup on the fly. But you know, if you, let's see, how can I, oh, so just show, this is how you can toggle it on. So if you load everything up, I wonder if, boy, I'd really love for there to be a library that I could pull from. So I can, instead of having to upload it to each person's video, if I had a library, you know, like I'm thinking about the QR code that Office Hours uses. And that way I can pop it up on anyone's screen.
But because you have another option depending on what you're doing with the output, because you could.
We can barely hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm saying you could possibly put it on, let's say you have one particular channel that you're going to be using as the active speaker.
Oh, right.
You could use the active speaker and then basically lay it out for that active speaker and it will always appear.
Yep, that makes perfect sense. Yep, exactly. So I changed this now to active speaker. So if someone else were to talk, let's see if that works.
77 years ago.
You know why? I wonder if it's not working because I'm spotlit.
I have to remove that.
Someone say something?
No, you're right. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was the issue. The issue is that I was spotlit. I think. Let me try again.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, as soon as you spotlight, the active speaker becomes that spotlight person. So if I Roland, I'm just gonna mute you. As soon as I unspotlight myself, then yes, whoever speaks will end up here and with those overlays. So you're right. That's the fix. That's absolutely the fix.
But David, that is normal for regular active speaker. Active speaker is, if you're in regular meetings, a
Absolutely.
spotlight is active speaker.
Right. Yes. Understood. And if you're using, well, that's not entirely true. I mean, if I'm using Zoom ISO, I may want to spotlight a video as the return feed to my Zoom ISO folks. So that could get in the way of this.
Sure, but then you would use the specific person or the specific ISO coming in, right? And not
Or
use
no,
active speaker.
you know what? Actually, I think, hold on. Let's try it one more time. Go ahead and speak.
You want me to speak?
Yeah, anyone. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Test, test, test. One,
No.
2, 1, 2.
I thought maybe I changed it to unique speaker, and I thought maybe that would be it. But see, it's interesting. There is a spotlight option. I don't know. This would be an interesting question for Andy, because if I'm using Zoom ISO, I may very well in that meeting want to send back I may very well, you could just ask everyone to pin it, I guess. It's not the end of the world, but essentially you don't want to spotlight, I think. You just want to use active speaker. Interesting. All righty. Well, I'm officially about to fall into pieces over here. So I think I'm gonna pass the rest of this over to you, Mike, if that's okay.
Of course.
If we can get if he's listening, if our magical Zoom friend is available next week to not only talk about double-ended, but maybe we could walk through a little bit of that 3.0.2 update from ISO, that would be really nice, because there's a lot of stuff in there. Lots and lots of stuff.
Yeah, very cool. So did you learn anything, or did you decide that you're not going to update?
No. I just thought let David work at this, then I can see whether it's worth it or not.
Oh, it's definitely worth it. Don't rely on me and me showing you stuff to just make product decisions, please. That's a
No, no,
terrible
no.
idea.
I just haven't had time to look at it, but I've been keen. I think that update came out this week.
Yeah, I think maybe was it this week? The hot fix I think came out this week. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Very cool. Very, very cool. So David is officially not dripping in sweat yet, but that's
I'm
that's a good thing.
close. I'm
Are you
close. I'm
Uh-uh.
close.
Yeah. Yeah.
The two updates came out this week.
Yeah. Go ahead, Roland.
No, I'm saying the two updates came out this week. They were both came out this week. The active speaker for some reason doesn't seem to pick up their names though. It's only on the individual selected participant does the name show. Based on what I've seen.
Yeah. You've impressed Hasmuk with that. So that's good to know. So Hasmuk, I'm going to assume you use that. Yes? Yeah. Yeah. He said it very quietly. Yeah.
Oh, it's actually showing up now. Let's make sure. Four.
Oh.
That's one. That's two.
Yeah, I don't tend to use active speaker because I have a unruly bunch sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Where
And they
everybody's
all-
talking over top of each other.
Yeah, and then it becomes really messy.
Yeah.
Actually, take that back. It actually works. I will send back a return feed for you to see it.
Yeah. And officially he took my virtual back. Oh, took my virtual background off too. Or added me on a virtual background.
Yes, that's you.
You've got a younger twin now.
I know. Don't scare everybody. They're going to think something's wrong with my background. All right. Well, let's see how this works with Roland's ISO. So let's see if I'm going to break Roland's ISO by doing this, which is if anybody has any questions. Oh, that's what it did to it. If anybody has any questions when it comes to the latest updates and such, let us know in chat. You guys have been doing an awesome job in YouTube chat. So let us know, and I will tell our panelists everything we need to know. Mr. Drinkwater, over to you.
I have a question. I love the
Look
way
out.
Alice does that.
Look out. All right.
What's going on with Zoom Spaces? And do I have to wait 34 days to find out?
Well,
because on the June 25th, 2026 at 4 p.m. my time, other time zones are available. We have from Zoom a webinar. I'm reading it. That's why I'm not looking at you. I'm not being rude, I promise. The future of work is here, colon no less, Zoom Spaces, apostrophe, biggest announcement unveiled. That's just been put on the Customer Success Hub. That was the reaction I was expecting. Everybody's just, okay.
What kind of space do we need of Zooms now? That's not a room, John.
Well, in this webinar, you will learn, he said knowledgeably, because he's reading it off the script, what's new in Zoom Spaces and how it's evolving the hybrid workplace, how AI-powered features are making rooms and desks smarter. I could do with a smarter desk than this wooden one. And more adaptive. It's got wings that come out, so I'm adaptive already. Live demo walkthroughs of the latest Zoom Spaces capability, how to optimize your office setup for a seamless hybrid work experience, and practical steps to bring the latest Zoom Spaces innovation to your organization. Sounds cool to me. I've booked in already. I suggest you all do.
Do we have a link, Mr. John, so I can give it to the YouTube community?
I would love to give you a link, but I'm trying to give you a link that isn't like 50 characters of...
Yeah, well, we'll go for it. YouTube,
but it
YouTube
looks like it's going to have to
okay.
be 50 characters of gobbledygook because I can't find a short link of it anywhere.
All right.
I suppose I could post it to LinkedIn and get LinkedIn to give me a shorter link. Done that before.
That's fine. That one should be
Well,
okay,
it is a
but-
valid link, so I'll put it in the chat. In fact, I think I might have put it in the chat already.
You did.
I
think I
did.
see here Zoom Spaces. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
I
not
see.
changed. And then there's the second announcement, because I now have the date. Oh no, I've lost that. Now I'll get that back. I have the date for you because you were asking earlier.
I did.
So there is a Zoom Developers Summit happening at the end of this month. And yours
Tell us more,
truly,
John.
yours truly, and Andy, I believe, could be speaking at said event.
What is a Zoom Developer Summit, John?
It's a conference for developers doing stuff with Zoom. All the different types of coding and integrations that you can do with Zoom.
Is this an event that somebody that is using Uncle? Let me
actually,
see.
what's
Uncle's
think
name again?
I can't give you all the outcome of everything, but I think that anybody who is either a developer or would like to get a developer or their mate Uncle Claude to do some things, I think you will find it interesting. I can't release all the information yet because it's not all finalized, but I have seen the basics of what it's doing, and I humbly think that it's going to be of interest to anybody who is not just a developer, but is thinking, oh, Zoom's quite good, but it'd be really good if it could do X.
When is that, Roland? I mean, John?
Yeah, I can answer to Roland if you want to. I don't mind. I mean, I
No,
feel honored to answer.
Roland is confusing me with his Zoom ISO.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me pull up my post because I've got a LinkedIn short link there, you see, which would make things easier for everybody. It'll probably confuse LinkedIn, wondering how all these people have got the link when they didn't come to my post. But there is the link in the chat for the upcoming Zoom Developers Conference, which you can book on events.zoom.us already. It's in 33 days, and it's on Wednesday, the 24th of June. And I think it's something like 9:30 a.m. Pacific. I can't do the track. Yes, 9:30 Pacific. If it's 5 p.m. UK time, then it must be 5 hours beneath, 5 hours away. So it must be 12 Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. There was close to 1,000 people at the event last year, so it's quite well attended, really, considering you'd think it's just, coders. But they had a lot of CTOs there last year, technology leaders in their organizations. So I think it's a bit more interesting than just, lines of code. And I have a feeling that I'm going to have to remove some of the lines of code of my code in my presentation because it's a bit boring. I need to make it a bit more interesting.
Is that the link you put in with LinkedIn?
Yeah, that's a LinkedIn link, but that's the LinkedIn link that was generated by LinkedIn when I shared it in my LinkedIn post. So if you click on that, it will translate into...
It says page not found, so I'll just figure out what to do.
Well, I'll put the big long link in as well, if you like.
That'll be useful.
If the other one doesn't work, then that's the big long link.
So just a quick update on my little app.
Yes.
The camera on, camera off.
Yes.
So I asked it to also look at the number of participants in the meeting, and as participants come in, to give me a run up view, HTML page. So when people join, then it's I can project that into program and people can see how many people are joining.
Yes.
And then the other one is show me what percentage of folks in the meeting have their cameras off.
That's a good one.
And then whoever's cameras are off, it kind of puts a little names below a huge banner that says 80%, let's say 20% off So the 20% is huge on the page,
Yep.
but then it is all these little names down at the bottom. I thought it was
Okay.
a useful trick.
Yeah. What you could do is ask it to create an array of all the attendees and to start a timer, and then only time where their camera's on. And then you can compare that against the amount of time that they stay on the call.
Oh no, the other thing it did do is at
But
the
you,
end of the call, it logs how many times they switch the camera on or off,
yeah,
and then it gives me total time that the camera was actually on or off.
these are the type of matrix that Zoom is very much interested in and using on Zoom events. So when you do Zoom events, these are the sort of things that they're looking at. Camera on and
Well,
off, not
yeah,
relevant because of events, but amount of times people join in the polls,
mm,
whether they chat or not, these
mm.
statistics are being monitored by Zoom, put into reports, and customers find them really useful. So you are definitely going in the right direction.
Well, I actually was asked by a client or potential client, number one, from the security point of view, they're gonna insist everybody's cameras are on. And so if you have,
Yes, and you
so if
can
you
do
have,
that.
so if you have 600 people in a meeting, it's kind of figuring out whose cameras on or off. So I
Yeah,
initially,
you can.
mm, mm,
Uncle Claude should be able to do that for you, Hazmat, because
yeah, yeah, no, so
I could create you an app to do it, in a couple of hours.
no, that's what I started off. So it created that app.
Yeah.
And then they said, well, can you give me a report actually at the end of the meeting? So then I asked Uncle C to
Okay.
run that kind of report, in which it did, and it gives it to me in a nice HTML format.
Okay. I
And,
don't want to undermine what you've done because I think it's brilliant. Everybody else, cover your ears. But if you want to give me a list of the things you've done, I will get an app published on the marketplace to do exactly what you've got it doing, so that anybody can use it then.
the
I
only
know you're lots of words.
restriction, yeah, the only restriction I have that I have two domains.
Yeah.
So the app it created is only within those, the app that joins the meeting
Yes.
has to
Only
be
works
in
within
that
those.
domain.
Yeah.
And if I want to publish it, it needs to be, I need to go a couple of steps up, I guess.
Yeah,
So
you need to go a lot of steps up. There's quite a big difference
right,
from writing
right.
apps for yourself and having a
Yeah,
published app.
yeah,
There are a lot
exactly,
of
exactly.
hooks, but I've gone through that process and I know what the process
Yeah,
is. And if
yeah.
you would like that to be published, then I will make that happen.
Okay.
As long as I don't
So
get bankrupted by all the people using it, I'm quite happy to. I'm quite happy to do that one.
no, I think it's very useful because then
Definitely, definitely.
yeah,
I
yeah,
agree with
yeah.
you totally. I've got some of those tricks already. So I've got a trick in one app where, as you say, it looks for where people have got their camera off, and then it sends them a request to turn their camera on.
Oh wow, that's a good one. I must. So I think one could do that. Well, I did two things in the single app, or three things. So I'm wondering how many things you can extend. Like, okay, once if you detect the camera off, send a. I assume it's that function we have on the participants window, and you click and you say, please switch on your video. Correct?
There's a on camera. There's a camera monitoring hook which you can connect to, and then whenever somebody turns off their camera, you can find
You,
that out.
you can send that message as well.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a
Yeah,
nice, good idea.
what I would do is give
I
it
would
some
love to.
time now.
Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say when you do send that message, build it into your app, is that
Yeah.
give them some time because they might be, there might be like in
Oh
Frank's
yeah,
situation, his
yeah,
wife
yeah,
walking
yeah,
by,
yeah,
you
yeah,
have to be,
yeah,
if it's, I
yeah.
would say, after, and this again would be on your client going, okay, so how long, client, do you want me to allow
Sure,
their cameras to be off at any time?
So it built itself a little checkbox, and you can say, okay, if the camera is off for a minute or 10 seconds or 15 seconds, that's when it triggers the
Yeah.
message or the alert. So I can control that at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to show you the app that I'm working on, but
Okay.
I want to keep it quiet for a couple more weeks yet.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
these
maybe
are
we can go. Yeah.
well,
I'll
if you want
ping
to,
you. I'll
yeah,
ping
if you
you.
want to, if
Yeah.
you want a private demo of what I'm up to, and then you want to throw
Yeah,
in some
yeah.
ideas, then that's fine. But I don't want to do it publicly because I'm
Well-
trying to properly launch it with at the developers conference because
Well,
that's what I'm talking
more,
about.
well, more than that, I'd like to demo what I've done because I
Yeah.
don't know all the possibilities.
No, we can do
And
that.
so that
And
would really.
And a lot of the things that you are doing, for those that want to try as well, you don't need all the auth process to do these things. So you can get a AI bot to write the
Yeah.
code for you.
Yeah, yeah.
And the feedback I've had from Zoom itself, not officially, but the unofficial feedback I've had from them is that they think this is a cool thing.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
they're actually thinking about how would I phrase it? They're thinking about deregulating some more things that aren't personal information so that you could process them in apps like that. I think that's probably the tactical English way of saying it. They're obviously not going to open it up so you can get personal information, but there are some other things that you could possibly do with apps like that. The only annoying thing, and this will make Frank very happy, the only annoying thing is you can tell Zoom you want to turn somebody's camera on, and it still pops up this app wants to turn your camera on. Do you agree? Yes or no? So you can't force somebody's camera to come on.
Yeah,
I'm actually arguing that there are some cases where if you're controlling the app, you want it to do it. You've clicked the button, it should turn the camera on. But the default state is if you write code to tell somebody's camera to be turned on, it won't be turned on until they accept that it has to be turned on.
Well, one of the things I was thinking of is that, let's say you have your timer, and if the camera is off for a certain period, then I would auto push them into a waiting room. And so then I had one of my staff members that monitors that room.
See if they're okay.
And if they pop up in that room, they say, I see you having a difficulty. Technically, how can I help you? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And they're always very eager to go back on stage. So then hopefully
Tiles is a great way of making people turn their cameras on, because suddenly everybody,
yeah,
apart from Frank's missus, who doesn't want to be seen because she's just too beautiful she'll break Zoom if she was ever seen. But yeah, Tiles is a great way of getting people to turn their cameras on.
I finally won the battle with the operator in terms of teams with the Zoom.
Yay!
So I went through the entire cybersecurity team, blah, and then they said, well, I think we've got to the point as to what is the business case. So I said, well, the chairman wants it, the CEO wants it, and the national sales director wants it. What business case do you want me to write for you? And that was a very short conversation. So yeah, it's go. I'm so excited that they have abandoned the reasons for not using, and I think the whole issue about joining the meeting through the browser, it's something I did not highlight. So now they're comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're still having the choice of either coming in client or browser.
Well, the firewall doesn't allow them to install the workplace app.
Yeah, or they just, some people just don't want to install extra software on their machine out of principle.
Yeah.
But so they just run the browser. That's fine.
Yeah, no, their whole policy doesn't allow them to install the app. So they either have to work on their own devices or outside the firewall. But if it's the browser, the cybersecurity folks are quite happy because they asked me a whole lot of questions on Zoom. I said, would you like a meeting with the Zoom CTO? And then we can engage the No, that's not necessary. We accept your assurance.
Well, maybe you should invite
Le-
them to the developers conference, because then they might come back to you and say, Hazmat, we'd like our own customized version of Zoom, please, with our own made in our own colors.
Yeah. Then I always say to them, and they were telling me about how uh, they pinned folks to bring them in the meeting. I said, so, okay, if you have 600 people, how the heck do you do that? And so asking the right questions, and they came to see it on Friday before.
Okay.
And they said, this is super impressive.
Okay, so I'm going to say this again. You need to get a list of all the things that you've played around with Uncle Claude to get to work, so that I can create you an app, because it won't happen overnight. It can take quite a few weeks to get Zoom to put a new app on the marketplace.
Sure.
But if you want to use your app for your customer in their account, then we need to get it on the marketplace.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
and we can get it. We can put it on the marketplace unlisted, so only the people that, if we're worried that it's, we can limit it by putting it unlisted. But we do have to register it on the marketplace so that people can use it outside of your account.
There's so much in Zoom that when I wrote this app, when I get up in the middle of the night, my wife says, "Did you dream about Uncle Claude again?"
And you answered honestly, and you said yes, right, Hesma?
Absolutely. I said, "Why do you think I'm breaking out in a sweat?"
That's right. Because it's like, oh my God, I could do this and I could do that. I got to go write that down, right?
I mean, fortunately, we haven't got Frank really into this yet, because otherwise he'd be bullying his students with all these little tricks he'll be able to pull on them when they're on the call and not taking attention, etc.
That could be a baby course at the university or college too.
I read an interesting article today online. It's a group where system admins hang out and talk about their weeks and usually grumpy stuff. And they were saying that a lot of them were saying at their place of work, departments or people who have no computer science background, no programming background, or vibe coding. And then they're coming to the computer department and saying, install this and give it access through the firewall, give it access to production databases. And they're like, no, we're not doing that. If you want to build a proper app with us, maybe we'll help you, but we're not using this vibe coded thing. And it's making a big tug of war between the end users in the companies and the people who are responsible for security.
Yeah, agree with it totally. That's why Zoom's rules are really simple. You can play around with the code on your own account, but you can't use it in anybody else's account in any way whatsoever, unless you go through the entire process. And it was fun to see a developer recently talk about his account and then said, "Oh, I've got to pen test my app."
Yeah, John, go right ahead. Go down that road. Just let everybody know quickly what that means, high level.
So pen test is a penetration test. In other words, it's a hacker test to see if somebody can break into your account through the app. And yeah, if you produce something for Zoom, you got to make sure it's locked down, and your hosting provider's got to be locked down as well. Yeah, there's a big difference. Really could say this another dozen times, difference between doing a little app for some fun on your own account, or even sharing it with your own corporate account, because then it's up to your corporate admins to allow it to happen, or making it public. And that's why, and I can't remember what the number is, so I'm not even going to guess, but a great majority, I believe, of apps written for Zoom are just for personal in that account use. Very, very few go onto the marketplace, and very, very few of those really get much visibility on the marketplace.
Yeah. And Hasmut, I was thinking to myself too, when you're mentioning that the people that are having technical support issues or need tech support during your meeting, are you sending them to waiting room, or are you sending them to breakout room?
No, I have a breakout room.
Okay. So I would call that breakout room tech support.
That's exactly what we do. That's exactly what it's called. That's exactly what it's called.
Perfect. Yeah. Everybody needs a tech support breakout room that are using meetings. Yeah, 100%. Excellent. Cool. So that was a lot of fun talking about Zoom developer world, and
You can
yeah.
have a breakout room on a webinar. It's the Webinar Plus. So you could have a support room there as well.
Did you know, Hasma?
I don't
So as
use
you're asking,
webinars.
Go
so
ahead.
as you're asking, the worst thing I've ever seen on a Zoom meeting was a Toastmasters Zoom meeting. It was one of my big events, and a couple was sitting on the bed watching the show and having a whale of a time. And it was getting late because it was like an all-day event. So they decided to make their bed. They forgot they'd still got their camera on, and they were making their bed. And I'm pretty sure there were some comments about, the quality of the organization of the sheets on their bed. And funnily enough, at that point, I turned their camera off.
Because you could.
Because I could, but I couldn't turn it back on again.
Better be safe than sorry in that regards, because they were where they were. Exactly. So yeah, check out those links. I've put all those links in the chat so that everyone can join the different two events that John talked about. So that would be awesome. And yes, Johnny will be one of the people presenting, as well as Andy Carluccio, our infamous Andy, Liminal Andy, will also be doing that. John, that is
Yeah,
official.
I can't promise he's doing the speech and exactly what he's doing, but I know he's involved in it. So if Andy's involved in it, I'm sure there's something that Andy's going to share at some point, or is going to be shared for Andy in the thing. But yeah.
Cool. All right. Let me throw up my slide and say, all right, Zoom Test Kitchen community, if you have any questions for us in YouTube, let us know, and then I will relay it to Frank, John, and Hasmuth, and myself, and we'll let you know exactly what we think of that question, and or if we can help you answer that question or have any comments as well. And this could be related to Zoom Productions, the Zoom products themselves. So let us know in chat. Frank, did we go through all the funky features? Because I could continue if there's any that, or maybe was there something that stood out?
For
In
which product?
7.0.5?
Oh, I would have to look. Hold on.
Okay. In the meantime, what I can do is actually, let me see here, is I can actually bring up that.
See you folks next week.
Have a good one.
Asma, yeah. Uncle Claude's waiting for you. So yes, get some shut-eye first before you dealing with Uncle Claude again.
You may have noticed the meters goes to bed with me. So
I did notice that last week. I did.
Man, it's getting harder and harder to find release notes.
Yeah.
The new learning hub or whatever, support hub.
Yeah, I'm in here right now. So what I'll do is let me see if I can actually post that in there. Yeah. So this is where I'm reading from everyone on YouTube, so you can do that. And Frank, did you find it or no?
Yeah, I think I've got it.
Okay.
I hate these nested tables.
Yeah, I know. I will do my best to navigate.
Okay, let me just have a look here. New or enhanced. This is the May 18th.
This is the May 18th. Yes.
Originally scheduled for May 11th, but was delayed by 1 week.
That is correct.
All right, I'm with you.
All right. So we ended up going through some of these, I know.
Yeah, I think we talked about some of these already. Or you guys did. I was listening.
Yeah. So automatic sign in when joining a meeting from a web browser. Did we talk about that?
I'm higher up than you. Are you in the general features?
There's general.
Yeah. There was one above that.
Oh, there's one above that.
Summary enablement prompt for hosted meetings.
Okay. And that was above general features?
Yep. It's AI companion is the first one in my table. Then it goes down to general features. Anyways, whatever. We can skip that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, hold on. Let me just see what's going on here. It might be the way that they're doing these tags now. Up and up, maybe. Let me see what we got here. The first one you said was improvements to AI companion.
Yeah, that's the.
Okay.
It's in the blue header, table header, or whatever you want to call
Oh,
it.
it's up. You mean right here where general features are?
Yeah. Hold on. I'll just screen share so you can see what I'm looking at.
Okay.
So release notes for Zoom meetings, upcoming release May 18th. The very first one is AI companion on my
Interesting.
webpage.
Yeah. Okay. So where I am as actually, I'm in the Zoom Workplace app release notes. I went by product. Interesting. All right.
All right. I don't know. I guess they they must break it down between the workplace app and the meetings, like the actual meetings part of it. I don't know. So I'm not in the exact same spot as you, but we'll just go by what you're doing.
All right. Cool.
I'll just
All right.
make your screen share bigger so I can follow along.
Yeah. Yeah. My font, I think I've got it pretty big for
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that looks pretty good there. Okay, so all right. So general features is show and hide icon labels in the navigation bar.
Sure, why not?
Sure.
I mean,
That's
I find them helpful, but if they bother it's so strange how people like to compute. Like, what I like is definitely not what other people like. So yeah, if people have preferences and they know how to use the app, why not let them hide the labels if that's something they like?
right. Right. And then we go into my notes is now on mobile. Hooray. And that's for our friends on iOS and Android, of course.
Yeah, and note this enhancement will gradually roll out to customers, so you may not see it right away.
Correct. Yeah, right there. Yeah. So there we go.
That happens a lot. They stagger their releases across their global server network.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes perfect sense because again, the influx of enabling it for everybody might overwhelm the system a little bit. All right.
I actually believe, I don't have any proof of this, but they've been having a lot of troubles with in the last few days with chat. And yesterday I had in my admin panel the ability to turn on the new chat experience, and it's not there today. And I'm wondering if they took it away for a little while until they fixed the instability on some of the chat product. It's just a guess. I don't have any proof of that, but
yeah, again, the stability issues is becoming interesting. So that actually could be related to that too.
They were doing a lot of data center updates too. They announced a lot over the last week.
Right.
Regional ones, right?
Yeah.
Probably to turn on new features or install software for new features.
Yeah. So the next one here looks like it was updated for everything, which is support automatic sign in when joining a meeting from a web browser.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty typical of a lot of security situations. If you're already logged in and your two-factor authentication or whatever lets you in, then there's a cookie and you might as well just, you don't have to log in again in the browser. We can tell you're logged in already. Same device, same IP address, same MAC address, whatever, right?
Yeah. And again, for this one too, again, as I highlighted there in the text there, again, of course, it says note implementation will be done in phases.
Yeah.
Deployment expected to be complete by June 2026.
I imagine you're going to see that boilerplate text on everything. But I mean, I'm just curious why you would have the Zoom Workplace app open and then choose to join the meeting from the browser. But okay, if that's what you like to do, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, and again, I know John and I have run into this from the actual community, is that people don't even realize, even though they've got Zoom installed, that they're actually in a browser.
Yeah. The Chromium, whatever CEF thing.
Yeah. Well,
but I don't know. Normally, if I log into a meeting from twice because I want to see how it's going, I want to be on a separate device. Because if there's instability coming from the actual computer being in the Workplace app and the browser at the same time, probably doesn't give you as clear a picture as if you're on a whole different device. But okay, whatever.
Yeah. So cool. All right. So next is, I'm seeing here summary enablement prompt for hosted meetings. Users who have both the meeting summary and auto start summary settings disabled and unlocked at the user level are prompted to enable these settings for their hosted meetings.
Yeah, I've seen quite a bit of this. There seems to be a big emphasis now on meeting transcripts, probably because it all feeds the AI workflow. So it seems almost like they're nagging people. Oh, we noticed you don't have and you can also now users in the meeting can make a request for the host to turn on transcriptions, just like you could ask for captions or other things before.
Right.
I think what they're trying to do is get more people aware that these things exist and to try to persuade them to use it, because they're really trying to leverage AI, and it all starts from the transcripts or the captions, whatever you want to call it, automatic transcriptioning.
Right. Which actually leads into, look at that. Frank, you must be
No, I
reading their
just
mind.
I've been reading a lot of this stuff for the last week or so.
Yeah, so there we go. So the next feature, new or enhanced, is transcript enhancements to meeting transcripts and captions. All right. So Windows, Mac, and Linux. So this is not on Android or iOS as of yet. So transcript experience in meetings is improved to make viewing and saving more flexible and easier to understand. Okay. Saving, viewing and saving. Okay.
The interesting one here, like, it's nice there's going to be higher quality transcripts. Like, that's good. We want higher quality. The host control one's interesting to me because I haven't seen it yet. So is this going to be so granular that the host can say yes to some specific people in a meeting and no to other specific people in a meeting?
Interesting.
John? I don't know.
John, any thoughts?
Yeah, that's what it infers to me, yeah.
Okay.
So, hey, I recognize you from my company, but you work at a different company. I'm not letting you have a transcript or something. I don't know, like, or all the doctors can have a transcript, but none of the nurses can have a transcript, or I don't know. However, they would decide that.
Maybe do they do, and again, this will be a question to both of you, is that do they do that now based on your domain at this point? Could that be that done like that as well?
Some features in Zoom know if you're part of the org license and if you're external to the org license, and you can discriminate that way. But I don't know about this part.
Okay.
I don't know about the domain either.
Right. Okay. So then we got participant request. If transcript is not enabled, participants can request the host enables it. Fine. Wasn't that there now?
It was for captions. I don't know if it was for transcripts. There is a difference between captions and
yes.
transcripts, and
Right.
people get those two things conflated all the time, but there is a difference.
Right. Yes. And if you want more information about that, check out last week's episode of Zoom Test Kitchen.
Yeah, I was like trying to jump in on, but I just it was kind of a mess, so I just decided to let you guys deal with it.
Yeah, understood. Yeah. So admin configuration. Okay. So organizations can configure transcripts to be always on across meetings.
Yeah, there's a lot of complexity to that setting. What a lot of people don't realize is if you have transcripts and you're the kind of place, organization, company that is subject to freedom of information requests, then if you have those transcripts, they can be requested or even subpoenaed or whatever. So some places don't want that on, and I guess some places do. I guess it really depends on your use case and your personal situation.
Yeah, and the privacy within the company and the privacy.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, privacy controls.
And what are your responsibilities? Like, do you have governmental or fiduciary responsibilities that you have to report? So maybe you do always want it on, and other places wouldn't want it on. So that's a real policy discussion there, right?
Yep, absolutely. And again, it's based on internal policies that are made per company. And this is Zoom allowing you to have that flexibility of whatever your policy is to be able to deal with it as you see wish, as you wish. Yeah, new transcript settings, clearer host and admin controls with existing settings migrated where technically possible.
Sounds like they're going to move some menus around on the admin panels. They do
Yeah.
that a lot.
Yeah, and the clear distinction caption support in meeting accessibility, good. While transcripts serve as a saved meeting record.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people get confused about this, especially when they end up with a VTT file and they don't know what a VTT file is for, and they just
Right.
wanted a text file.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next one, and seems to be the last one when it comes to meetings is, oh, get up there, yeah. Consolidate custom disclaimers. Okay. Yes.
I haven't seen this yet, but it makes a lot of sense to me. Instead of having 6 pop-up bubbles, if they all just kind of happen in some more, I don't know, streamlined fashion.
Yeah, and it looks like all the operating systems got this one. So the consolidated notice experience lets account owners and admins bring all active custom disclaimers together into a single modal shown at join nice rather than several notices appearing at one time. I think, seen that. John, I think, is this related? You and I both have seen that for our meetings, right? You and I have that enabled. Is that?
Yeah,
that
we've enabled it and annoyed each other. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So
A
John,
lot of
yeah.
places use this, usually get the lawyers involved, like by joining this meeting, blah, 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 you agree to these things, or
Yep. All right. So we definitely introducing the new Zoom chat. John or David went through all that, right? And we found out that he didn't have access to it, but you did. But
I
might have,
had
but no.
the ability to turn it on yesterday, and now I can't. I either can't find it or they took it away for a little while because chat was one of the things that's had a lot of instability the last couple of days in all the alerts I've been getting.
Cool. Okay. And we were dealing with clips, I think. We were talking about the clips avatar. Yeah, I do remember that while I was talking with people on YouTube. I do remember we went with that and the enhancements on count. So enhancements to commenting on clips and recordings. Users can quickly add a comment to a clip.
So this is something I have dealt with in other situations, and I would just be curious if they're going to have any kind of moderation controls. If somebody says something ignorant or rude as a comment, can they set it up so that the owner of the clip can review it and then approve it so that it shows up and it doesn't just show up automatically?
Right.
I'm a big fan of moderation for people's comments, especially in my use case. And Zoom also has profanity filters and things, but I don't know if they're platform wide or just in specific parts of the Zoom ecosystem. But I don't know how they'll do. How does YouTube deal with inappropriate comments? Do they have moderation, or does it just show up and then you get in trouble after it, and they take it down?
Right.
And then you get banned or something.
Okay.
We don't usually talk about phone too much. We're not really phone centric around here.
Right. Now, John and I have talked a little bit about Zoom Phone. John,
Sure.
was there anything exciting that you saw in here that we've been talking about lately with our friend Elliot?
The second one I think could be interesting for people.
All right. Cellular companion billing integration. Users can enable cellular companion to route incoming Zoom phone calls to their mobile devices with calls charged according to the pay-as-you-go rates. The feature requires pay-as-you-go billing to be enabled on the account before activation. Anything, John, related to that?
Well, when Zoom says you have unlimited calls, if you route a call to your mobile phone, that is not covered by your unlimited calls contract. You have to have a pay-as-you-go system so that you can pay for those calls being rerouted. So if I've got a Zoom phone, well, I have got a Zoom phone. If I decide to not answer it, and when it's not answered goes to my mobile phone, if I then answer it on my mobile phone, I'll have to pay for the call charges from Zoom to my mobile phone.
Right.
So it's a useful thing to have, but you've got to be careful that it's a separate chargeable service.
Right. So, and to make sure that people are not confused, even though you might have unlimited Zoom phone and might have unlimited Zoom or unlimited cellular calling, there's still that middle ground, John. Correct?
Yeah. It used to be like this on mobile phone contracts, that if you forwarded your mobile phone to another number, you had to pay a charge. this is the same thing. So you've got unlimited calls that you can make, but you don't have a call plan for your forwarding. You have to pay as you go for your forwarding.
Well,
Right.
Zoom doesn't make the Zoom phones. Lots of companies make IP-based phones that work with the Zoom phone service. So that's IP-based, so that's probably going to be a certain rate for all you can eat or whatever. But then once you, as you said, switch over to your mobile carrier, then yeah, that's where this would.
Yeah, Frank, what I think it Zoom is doing is that they're paying, they're covering their charges that they get charged for going from IP based to
Sure.
to the actual 4G 5G
Yeah.
systems.
Yeah.
So that's where they're covering their behinds a little bit on that one. Johnny, anything else when it comes to that one, or is that it? Oh,
No, that's it. That's it, really.
Okay. Yeah. And again, if anyone wants more information, John and I we have a monthly series now with our Zoom community champion, Elliot. And we talk once a month about Zoom phone. So if you do have
Do
any
you
questions,
really? I didn't know you guys were doing that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Johnny,
Good
go
for you.
it.
You guys are going to have
Talk
to
a
give
little
up
more
your day
about-
jobs just to be doing all these podcasts or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. Johnny, go for it. Talk about the Zoom phone with Elliot.
Well, if you haven't played with Zoom Phone, then I really suggest you have a look at our last episode that we did this week, because we basically start with the basics and we did the really low level stuff that most people probably just assume or ignore or don't even think about. So all the basic things about how the phone number works and how you answer a phone and what phones you can answer and what happens if you don't answer the phone and all those sort of little itty bitty things that turn it into something that is just one handset to something which can work across your whole office.
Cool, Frank. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well
Yeah.
done.
Elliot's really, really good. He's been in the VoIP phone industry for many years. So
Sure.
He's now bringing his full-time knowledge and adjusting it
great.
accordingly to Zoom phone's
It's good to
product
have
list.
that outside perspective and the inside perspective, right?
Yeah. 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 And again, Elliot is just like us. Elliot's not part of Zoom. He's not a Zoomie, but he's a champion.
You're not going to talk about agentic workflows?
Agentic workflows? Oh, is that this one? Oh,
Yeah,
it is.
Zoom automation, workflow automation they have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
guess they're going to have webhooks for agentic
There it is.
workflows
There it is, right there. Yeah, allow incoming webhook for agentic workflows.
that will
John?
allow smart
Yeah,
people like John to do more things.
Oh, John, is this good for you?
Well, I don't know, but I can tell you that I'll know a lot more next Tuesday because we have an AI expert from Zoom joining us for our show.
That's right.
Get
Yeah,
those
they're queuing
plugs
up
in.
now. They're queuing up, Frank.
Nice segue.
Well, you helped, Frank. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. I'm throwing you softballs here.
That's
brilliant.
it. Keep it going. Keep it
You
going.
know, it is good to get other Zoomies and Zoom experts to join us on our shows. It's just very useful, and rather than us knowing it all.
So this one's useful for people like my organization or my place. We push out what we want Zoom to do to all the corporate computers over the network, and we use MSI. plist is for Macs, group policy, and mobile device management. So this means you can update the fleet the way you want it to work, and I guess in this particular case, it's what you want to do with my notes.
Yeah. So if you don't want to have it enabled, that's the disable. That's the actual disable flag.
Yep. So it's a flag, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So let's go quickly through hopefully quickly through the resolved issues. Minor bugs. No surprise. Security enhancements. Again, no surprise. All right. Linux world. All right. What have you done to me? All right. So as everybody picks on me, resolved an issue on Linux systems where screen sharing displayed a black screen to other participants on the second and subsequent attempts within the same meeting. I have not seen that. I have not had that problem.
All I know is that when I go on the community forum, there's a lot of Linux people who seem unhappy and don't feel like they're getting the love they deserve. So it's nice that they're fixing a few things for the Linux people.
Yeah, and we are fully again. I know that I've been testing at least Linux Mint So if anybody's curious, that is what Zoom is just calling it Mint, but it officially is Linux Mint. But yes, that one has gotten a lot of love lately. So I can vouch that the Linux world is getting a lot of love lately, and that's good. It's good timing because it's got to happen. Right now, there's a lot of people that are really starting to really look. If you've been in the Windows world for a while, people are starting to go, do I really want Windows ever again? Do I still want to put up with the problems? And a lot of people are starting to look at Linux. All right.
And
Linux
if
number
you've got
2.
older Windows computers that you can't really use because they're not capable of Windows 11, at least you could run Linux and do something useful with them, right?
100%. And again, chances are those PCs are perfectly fine for the most part too. And that's also what's getting a lot of Windows people very annoyed, where all of a sudden it was perfectly fine at Windows 10, but now I went to Windows 11 and all of a sudden it's gone into the toilet. All right. So next one, resolved an issue causing the Windows desktop app to crash when users attempt to share their screen on Linux version. Oh, Linux. That's workplace Linux version 7.0.0. I was going to say there is no, so that's bad, Zoom, that you said that like that. Because there you're talking about the Linux kernel is not 7.0.
I remember seeing community posts about this.
Okay. But yes, I have not seen that as well. So that those two I have not seen in all the different meetings and webinars that I've been in using Linux. But that doesn't mean that it's not happening, because obviously they fixed it. But I didn't see it in my current test machines and my current.
The latest Linux version is 7.05.
Yes. Yeah, as far as the app is concerned too. Yeah, it's got, yeah, we're at the same level as Windows and Mac. Yes. When it comes to that.
Actually, let me look.
Wow.
7. Yeah, there's a 7.05 for Windows and
yeah, everybody's all the way across is all 7.0.5 there.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just go back down there. So now Windows, what are we fixing in Windows besides Windows itself? All right, resolved an issue where contacts disappear from Zoom desktop app after closing and reopening the application, requiring users to manually refresh the contacts list each time.
Yeah, that sounds annoying.
I have not seen that. Frank, you?
Barely use Windows, only when I have to.
Right. John?
Missed the button. I've seen a few people complaining and worried about it in the community, so it's a thing.
It's a thing. So they definitely, it was enough of a thing that they fixed it. So that's good. Cool. Resolved an issue. The next one, resolved an issue where Zoom Workplace app version 7.0.0 stop recognizing touchscreen inputs. Okay, I don't have any machines that do that, so I'm going to say
like
over to you, Frank. So
Microsoft
this would be
Surface or something.
Or if you have a laptop that has a touchscreen.
Yeah, like a Surface Pro or something is what I was thinking. Or
yeah, Dell, Lenovo's,
sure,
they all have them as well, where you actually have a touchscreen instead of using the mouse. You can just touch on the screen and do stuff. I don't have any, so I can't vouch for that one. Johnny, you've seen that in the forums or in the community?
Yes, but my machine's been okay. So
a lot of times those are fleet machines. Like a lot of places will buy, 500 or 1,000. So if everyone in the corporation is using that kind of hardware, then they're probably going to get a lot of tickets from those kind of consumers, right?
Absolutely. Yep. All right. Next, resolved an issue where meetings scheduled, and again, for our friends on Windows, meetings scheduled on specific dates were not appearing in the Zoom desktop app calendar, even though they were visible in the Zoom web portal.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, that's not good is right. Was that an issue for me? No, not over here in our environment. Johnny, people were complaining about this one. I'm going to assume yes.
I missed those if I did, and I apologize if I missed your complaint.
Oh, this one is related to specific dates were not appearing in the Zoom desktop app calendar, even though they were visible in Zoom web portal. It just seems like a sync issue to me.
Yeah,
but something wasn't syncing. Because if it was in the web portal, it just wasn't making it down to the actual workplace app locally.
Right. Right.
That's what that sounds like to me.
Hmm. Sounds
All right.
reasonable.
All right. Next, resolved an issue, and this is for everybody, ooh la la, including our friends on Mac. Resolved an issue where the interpretation feature appeared to be available in the meeting interface, but did not actually activate. Ooh, where's Robert when I need him? So I have not done anything recently that would use the interpretation feature. Frank, over to you.
Couple of my clients have it, but not too many. We don't have it
Right.
as a global thing. You have to buy it as an add-on.
Right. So yeah, right. The add-on
Depending
is
which
good.
interpretation they're talking about. Like, I don't know.
Right. Right. But it sounds like when you actually click on the interpretation
Nothing
button,
happened.
Nothing happened. Yeah.
That's not a good feature.
That's one way for people not to have like Zoom anymore. Yeah, absolutely.
I could release an app that does that, couldn't I?
Yes, you could, Johnny.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think they'll let me get it on the marketplace, but I could try.
No. That's so true. Resolved an issue. All right. So John, have you seen a lot of chatter about this one? Interpretation feature? No. Okay. It was a big enough complaint that they thought there was enough of it. So all right. And I think we're down to the last one, gang. All right. So last
Yeah,
but
but
not least.
the real-time caption translation is interesting.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, we'll get down to there momentarily. Let's do this one first, which is resolved an issue with our friends that use Google, which would be us, not appearing in Zoom Mail's email compose search. Let me do this again. Resolved an issue where Google's contacts are not appearing in Zoom Mail's email compose search when typing contact names or partial email addresses.
No, it's another contact sync issue, isn't it?
That sounds like, between, and this would be then now between Zoom and Google. Because they're the ones that are actually doing the syncing. It's not our local client that would be syncing with our local client auths Zoom to get the information from Google. So that would be a Zoom Google issue. I would say it'd be between their infrastructures more than it would actually be, because as a Google user, as our company is, we don't actually host anything on site. It's all in the cloud. It's all in Google's location. So if Zoom is not syncing properly with Google to get it from their cloud to Zoom's cloud, that would definitely be where that would come into play. All right, cool. Yeah, John, go ahead and talk about the real-time caption transition.
I'm just looking forward to it, to be honest.
All right. Yes. So the real-time caption translation support for international collaboration Zoom Phone. Yes. Again, getting back to our friends on Zoom Phone feature has been pulled from the release date due to issues with deployment and will be available in an upcoming release. And you should actually see there coming soon.
But at least they mentioned it, and
They did.
they've flagged that it's not there and it's coming. Whereas, quite often
Sorry.
updates never get mentioned.
Go back to your screen share.
They get lost.
Sure. All right. You're back to my screen. Yep.
Okay. If I can navigate you where I want to go, can you scroll up a bit, or is that the top of the page?
No, I can scroll all the way to
To
the
the
top.
very, very top.
Going up. Oh, yep. Getting up there. Just give me a minute because
Go to release notes, just the or by product actually.
All right.
This is just something caught my eye I think yesterday.
Yeah, just give me a sec here.
Yeah, of course.
Browser. There we go.
Just
And
go by product. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not the page I was hoping for. Anyways,
Okay.
there's a page. Oh, maybe just click on the products link next to Zoom support. Okay,
Sure.
see all of those?
Ooh la la.
And then if you scroll down, I think there's a more button. And I was like, I can't believe how many products there are. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, let me make this smaller because I think I'm now too big to actually show it all in one shot here. There we go.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
You
Everybody's
know,
a button.
you understand why we can't talk about every product on this
On the
show
Zoom-
because
on-
yeah,
on-
on
yeah.
Zoom test, there's just too many products.
Yeah.
And that's not even all of them.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So there's the new canvas, aka docs.
Docs,
See, I'm
yeah.
trying to remember. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the old names now. This is gonna be hilarious.
They keep
Is it-
rebranding everything. It makes it really hard.
Well, yeah, and this is the one that David did to us today, going Sessions Plus, and it's like, no, it never was Sessions Plus, but it was Sessions, but that's Webinar Plus. Yeah, and then we've got where's Rooms? There's Rooms. Okay,
Rooms and spaces.
right.
Room spaces, hubs. Wow.
Yeah, where is space? You're seeing there is.
No, I'm
some
not
space.
seeing it. I just know there are Zoom spaces.
Yeah,
I
and it's
think
not
John
here.
John
Interesting.
mentioned it earlier too, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, John, no spaces here, but hilarious. They put meetings up here, but everything else is alphabetical. So,
Well, meetings is probably their number one product, I would guess.
yeah. Then we got there's the Zoom community, of course. And if you haven't you haven't gone to the Zoom community, this is what the Zoom community looks like. So if you haven't been there for a bit, this is the new rebranded version of it. As of John, when did they release this? When they moved
4 months
hubs?
ago.
Yeah, something like that. That sounds about
There's
right.
some pieces of the old community I miss, like being able to subscribe and being able to keep canned responses. There are some things I miss.
Yeah. And then of course now we've got just to see, yes, we've got another hub at Zoom, gang. Look at it. There it is. It's a customer success hub right there. This is brand new. This just came out week, maybe 2 tops. John, does that sound right?
Yeah,
Customer
a couple of
success?
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Maybe a month. I don't know. I had an email show up one day. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but Frank is definitely right by saying that, yes, this is why we can't go through every single functionality in Zoom Test Kitchen, because we'd probably be here for probably a good 12 hours. So, that's cool.
Honestly, I just don't, I don't think most of us have the cross-platform expertise. Like, I'm not using every tool Zoom has.
Yeah. But there's definitely a lot of them. Absolutely. Cool.
They have a lot of
Right.
business-to-business tools too, like their client tools for big businesses to do customer service and all those sort of things too that average people aren't going to have any use or need for.
Right. All right, cool. It's all right. Let me since we're doing that, I'll just do this and say if you do have any look at that. That didn't work right. Let me try again. Now it did. Look at that. Magical. All right. If you do have any questions, YouTube, let us know in chat before we wrap it up for this week. And to let all our US people start their infamous long weekend. As he turns on his camera, Mr. Idelson, welcome, sir. He's finding the button, gang. I swear he's finding the button.
He's just telling us how he can't find the button. He's explaining it. I just seen in the Zoom community how my my Zoom community live webinars are advertised on such now as well.
You'll be in charge of Zoom soon.
Shh. Shh. Don't say that. But yes, Johnny, no, talk about the community show. Absolutely. Go for it.
This is probably not the time to talk about it. Oh no, it is, because it's every 2 weeks, so it'll be on next Friday.
Yeah,
yes, that's right. It will be there.
Yeah, you're good.
So there are 490 plus thousand members in the Zoom community. So could you be the 500,000th person to join the Zoom community? Join now. Post your question and it may be in the show. on two counts. It's got to be a popular problem, and it's also going to be a problem I need an answer for, and then I can find an answer for, because it's no good me talking about problems that I can't fix. So that will be in the Zoom Community Show in a week's time. And I apologize in advance for cheating, because I do tend to record the answers in advance so I get them right, because it'd be so embarrassing if I got it wrong. But yeah, the Zoom Community Show on the Zoom Community YouTube channel.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've only got one more thing to advertise. I've just got one more bit of PR.
Cool.
And it's not me, it's Zoom developers. But there has just been, in the last 24 hours or so, a post on the Zoom developers YouTube channel about deep fakes, because we have something in Zoom called RTMS, which is real-time media streams, which allows Zoom to send real-time video and audio to another tool. And some people have been taking that real-time video and audio into other tools, and they have been able to do AI deep fake checks by using those tools. And because RTMS is real time, that means if you've got somebody who's on the screen, and because he's not moving much, we might wonder about John at the moment. John Hiddleston? No, you see, he's now talking to us, so that's fine.
People wonder about me all the time, but that's okay.
An AI would never have talked to us before unmuting himself, so you've proved you're not a fake, John.
That's right. And on that note, I have to go do my day job, but yeah, have a good rest of your show.
Thanks very much.
So there's been a movement to have some sort of accreditation that an international body says that you're actually a real live person and not an AI artifice. I think I posted some stuff in Discord about it a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about it one day. Anyways, I don't know when, it's not a national standard or an international standard yet, so there's different companies competing to be the governing body of that. But I think at some point soon you'll have to have some sort of way to verify you're human, because it's getting harder and harder to tell if you're talking to a real person or not.
So very true. So very true. Yeah. And again, Zoom is making it easier and easier too. But they are watermarking it. So as we saw last week, if not last week, it was the week before, where we actually played around a little bit with the Zoom AI avatar functionality. It actually will watermark at the top right, saying that you are actually in Zoom AI avatar mode. And we've seen some Zoomies, John and I, that are actually took the time and actually made their own Zoom AI avatar. And some of the feedback was that it looked creepy.
But couldn't you use a tool like Zoom Tiles or something to put your own overlay on that mimics the Zoom whatever logo or whatever indicator they use?
Yeah, go ahead, John.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a never-ending battle to stay ahead of these people.
It is. And there are places where you really want to make sure that the person you're talking to is a real human.
Yeah, I think it's important when you're, depending on the context. Sometimes it doesn't matter, but I mean, sometimes it's very important to know that you're really talking to who they say they are. I'm actually working with a lot of products right now where it's AI-driven characters that have conversations with you for a wide range of reasons. Like, imagine psychologists who used to pay actors to come in and present different kinds of issues. Now they're using AI to do that, or social works using it. Legal professions are making you have arguments in front of panels that are AI based, and I can shape the way the AI avatar, how it interacts with you, if it's friendly or receptive or skeptical, or I can change the conditions of the personality of the AI avatar, and they look quite convincing, and they're in 3D, so you're immersed in an environment. And so, I mean, it's getting more sophisticated all the time. Toastmasters could use it, for example. That it's actually, I think that's what its inception was, to improve public speaking, and then they realized they could use it for a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah, there's a lot of AI tools out there that will analyze your speech text, but to do it in real time is just another level
It's
of
pretty good.
sophistication.
It's pretty good. Like, I'm not saying obviously you can tell you're not talking to a real person, but it's very, very good. And it's early days, right?
Yeah.
Going to the lounge.
All right,
All
we're
right.
going
Take
to
us
the
to the
lounge.
lounge. I have nothing left to share.
You have nothing left?
I don't know. I'm all zoomed out. That's a lot of Zoom.
There we go. That's a lot of Zoom. There we go. That's a good segue. That's a lot of Zoom. So it sounds like we need to, kick up the party. We're going to kick up the party a little bit for our friends in the US so that we give them a good sign off so they get their party juices going.
What remind me what it is in the States? What holidays
This would
or
be their
occasion?
officially even though we sort of call ours our May 2-4 weekend, this is officially their May 2-4 weekend. I'm trying to remember John, you guys in the UK also have this too? I think you mentioned that.
Well, they have bank holidays. They have way more holidays than we do.
Yeah, we're a lazy bunch. This is actually our second bank holiday of May. We have 2 bank holidays in May. We have one at the beginning of the month and one at the end of the month. And thanks to the jet stream doing a little wiggle in front of our country, we've got all the nice hot 25 degree plus 30 degree type weather coming from the south, which is lovely.
Mm-hmm. And Frank and I have to worry about the weather that's coming in for the weekend. It will be lots of rain.
The map. It's been all over the map.
Yep. Sure has. Cool. So I'm going to play a version that we haven't heard in a while. And it's been officially classified when it was given to me as the pop version.
Oh, I thought we were going to have the ballet version.
No, we do not have ballet. No, I couldn't have everybody go out in the ballet version. No, we're gonna try the pop version, and I promise I won't. Even though I don't have meters here from Hasma, I do know that I should be setting it at 25, and that is the magical number, by the way, if everybody wants to know that. In production studio, and also as a share, 25 seems to be the number that keeps it nice, keeps it at 21, 22 to 21. All right, get ready, everybody.
Welcome to the Zoom Test Kitchen, where the magic happens live. Every Friday we're on air, testing tech to toy. From screen share to breakout rooms, we push Zoom to its max. So sit back, relax, and let's see what's in the tech hacks. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. We'll dive into the set and score every single tab. Make sure your mic is clear, your camera not a drab. We'll show you how to host like a pro, manage like a king. The Zoom Test Kitchen, you'll be zooming with a zing. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. Whether you're new to Zoom or an expert in disguise, we've got tips and tricks, we'll open up your eyes. From polls to quizzes and test functionalities, join us live, see what Zoom does with ease. So if your meetings lag or you can't share your screen, or if your audio echoes like you're stuck in between, we've got solutions, we'll show you how it's done. Zoom Test Kitchen, where Zoom fun has begun. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. So zoom in, don't miss out on the steadfast wheeling.
All right. Even had the DJ skit at the end there. Look at that. That was the pop version, everybody. Thanks everyone for joining us this week on the Zoom Test Kitchen. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to let YouTube and of course Zoom know how much you love our content. We're here every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. And of course, to all our American friends, have a great May 2-4 weekend. And we'll see everyone here next week for another edition of Zoom Test Kitchen. Take care, everybody on YouTube, and we're off to the Zoom Lounge.